This broadcast on 106.3 ESPN Radio is brought to you locally by Peter Pan Market and Deli, Astoria Ford, Joe's Mobile, the Seaside Outlets, Northwest Lending Group, Clatsop Community College, Lucky Duct HVAC and Dryer Duct Cleaning, and North Coast Runners Supply. You're tuned in to ESPN Radio on 106.3.
Marathon season is just around the corner, so quit running errands and start running for fun with North Coast Runners in Astoria. Stop in for nutrition on the go, info on local running groups, recommendations on where to run on the North Coast, and of course, all the gear you need, including being your Lululemon destination on the coast. Whether you're in Seaside, Napa, Astoria, Warrenton, or anywhere in between, North Coast Runners supports student athletes with available discounts. Check out northcoastrunners.com for more. Lace up and don't stop.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria, Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly and the store is stocked with everything you need. All debit, EBT, and credit accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy Fuel and Diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
Joe's Mobile.
Hi folks, these sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML28991.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
This is ESPN Radio.
Welcome to the Dalles. I'm Rob Kovats, joined by Bob Wilkie, and we are just in time for the coin toss this evening as we head towards tonight's game. It is the Riverhawks of the Dalles and the Astoria Fishermen squaring off today here at a road game, the Fishermen's first of the year.
It sure was, and what a road game it is. It's a long drive out here and a little bit of windy.
You know, and I'll tell you what, though, we're standing on the roof with just a T-shirt on, and I'll take it.
Definitely, definitely. It's almost baseball weather
It's
here.
almost baseball weather indeed. Of course, the baseball season's starting to wind down, and we're just gearing up with football. The Fishermen come into today's game at 0-2. The Riverhawks come in at 2-0. And it should be a good matchup between these two non-league teams. And, Bob, run down the leagues. You got the Quappa League, the Special District 1 now, and we can take a look at where the Dalles land, too, as well as in their league, as what these two teams have to look forward to for the remainder of the season a little bit.
Yeah. We've got Tillamook leading the league currently with 2-0. They are OSA ranked number 5, followed up by Scappoose, also 2-0, OSAA ranked 11. That's going to be chased by Seaside with a 1-1 record, OSAA ranked 20. And then right behind them with St. Helens is an 0-1 record, OSAA ranked 21. And then we've got Astoria with an 0-2 record, OSAA ranked 19. We've been playing some tough opponents. And then Gladstone has not had a game yet this season. Welcome to the league, Gladstone.
And Gladstone suffering a little bit of an issue with attendance of the football team. They're looking for some players, and I think they, at least by accounts, say they have them. So they should be starting their season, and Fishermen should be able to get to that Gladstone game when it comes up.
So. Yeah, it's coming up quick too, Rob. We got about 3 weeks until we see Gladstone.
Fishermen and Riverhawks on the field. The coin toss is underway, and they shake hands, and we get ready to break and get things underway tonight here on a gusty but, relatively calm wind.
Welcome to the gorge, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to say it's necessarily windy, a little breezy maybe, and the flag standing up a little bit there at half-mast, and not bad enough that I think it's really going to affect the passing game. It's not going to affect a lot of things. Maybe some of the kicking game at this level, but in all honesty, it's not one of those winds that's going to really affect the game. So
No.
We're looking forward to a pretty good one here, as it looks like they might get things started just a little bit ahead of schedule. Still a minute on the game clock, and the officials huddle up, break huddle, and of course it's always good to see the officials get together and get things figured out. The Riverhawks will kick to start things off, and the Fishermen will return. And for the Fishermen, it is the usual cast of characters back there to return, and that is in their all-whites, number 3, Cannon Huber, and Buros, I believe, back there with him, number 6. The Fishermen in all-whites tonight with their gold helmets, the Riverhawks with their yellow pants, and we're going to call that the old Washington Redskin top. Your color, burnt orange, I'm not sure what color that is.
Maroon, I believe.
Dark maroon, almost looks orangish with the yellow stripes on the shoulders, but black helmets for the Riverhawks as they get set to go. And the officials check. Got the line gang here. We got the officials all ready to go, both teams. And Bob, I think we're up for another great night of football here Friday night under the lights at the Dalles.
Yeah, it's been a great one so far. And, we're playing on grass tonight, Rob. We don't get to do that too often.
The Fishermen don't get to do grass very often, and tonight they are experiencing a night on the grass. Kind of different for the Fishermen.
Should be fun to see how they field that when that ball goes a little bit wobbly.
It's going to be a little bit different bounce. They're used to playing on the pebbles, the fake turf, and on the grass tonight. And ready to kick off, doing the kicking duties for the Riverhawks, Landon Leitz. And he is kicking off once again to Cannon Huber and Jacob Buros. And the two-weight whistle and the kickoff. Looks like Buros is going to come up, lead block for Huber down the right side. Got a bit of a gap, twirls free to the 36-yard line. Good run by Huber, getting up to about the 36. Tried to swirl through the hole there and got tangled up, drugged down, but still a good return.
Definitely.
So from the 36, the Fishermen will get started. We've seen the Fishermen string together some pretty good opening drives. Last week, not great, but they did get some drives in after that. But the first game, they marched right down and scored. So we know they can do it. Let's see what they can put together against the Riverhawks here. A little less size than we saw last week against the State Eagles. The Fishermen come out with two receivers on either side of their quarterback. That is Sam Shacker, the junior, who waits for the snap, and he puts a man in motion, Huber, and the check handoff is going to be a good one right up the middle, untouched for at least 12 yards, and then finally jumping over an arm tackle and getting all the way down to the
46.
Across the 50 to the 46.
That's a great way to do that. That's about 20 yards.
And not a bad pickup for the Fishermen to start things off. He hit the gap. They tried to get the man in motion coming across, and they tried to get the old little trick play, the old shell game there. They faked the handoff to the man in motion, hit Buros from the backfield, and he scampered right up untouched for at least 9 yards before he tried to jump over the arm tackle after about 12 and picked up a nice, healthy gain. So from 1st and 10 and the 46, the Fishermen line up again. Gore this time in motion. That evens the receiver count 2-2. They're going to get it out to Gore, and Gore's going to get met immediately for no gain.
I think he's going to give it a yard there, Rob.
Creighton Clark, the junior, comes up and covers that up immediately. Fishermen trying to get Gore, the athletic speedster, out on the edge and in motion, and that gives the receiver a little bit of an advantage because they get to catch the ball while moving. They don't have to catch and turn and run. They don't have to do any of that kind of nonsense. Try to hit him in motion, and that head of steam is already moving, but boy, oh boy, Clark came in there. He read that all the way.
He did.
You said a gain of 1. It's more of a half a yard. He didn't get far. He stuffed him hard. So positive gain nonetheless, not necessarily negative, but the Dalles played that one well. The Riverhawks read that one. From the roof of the new nest here at the Dalles, we call this one for you, the Fishermen and the Dalles opening things up. And our first whistle of the game. And it's going to be delay a game against the Fishermen. So second down will repeat. That's going to hurt the Fishermen, and basically that turns that second down play into a first down play into a loss, as now they face second and about 14. from just the other side of the 50. I've got 50 yards to go now after a good first play. Stalled a little on the second play, and a penalty. First one of the Fishermen's penalties today. And so far, I'd have to admit, in 2 games, both the opponents, North Bend State and the Fishermen, been fairly clean for the most part.
It's been real clean, yeah. Astoria's been doing a real good job compared to the previous season.
One wide receiver out to the right. They got 2 to the left, and Shacker's got 2 backs in the backfield with him. He fakes the handoff to Biros, rolling out.
We got a hold of him.
And Morrow's going to have a good 10-yard gain. But it looks like we might get a hold in the backfield, and the official immediately says it is.
I watched it happen. It was,
I believe, Brito got tangled up with the defender and was left with no option to hold, and that is going to hurt the Fishermen there. They have the option to not accept the penalty, and I can't imagine they will, but there's conversation being had by the linebacker and the official, and they'll eventually... Leonardson, the linebacker. So it's going to be an even longer second down for the Fishermen.
It'll be 2nd and 25, Rob.
They lost the 5. They lost the 10. And
about 3 yards from where they started.
Fishermen now with 2 receivers on either side. Shacker waits for the snap, sends Huber in motion, fakes the handoff to both backs. The man in motion and Huber hits the screen play to Gore and snuffed out for a loss. Wow, what a great play by Landon Leeds. He was not fooled at all on that screen pass. The double fake trying to hit Gore on the screen. He gets through, and it is 3rd down here at the Dalles. Fishermen now facing a 3rd and all the way back to Astoria.
It'll be 3rd and 27, yeah.
4 down linemen for the Dalles. They switch out, put in some faster backers, and maybe even a 5th defensive back, as the Fishermen expected to come out, either air this one out. You never know. They might keep this one on the ground, see if they can't get something loose. Shacker sets up his offense. Get a little confusion there as Gore and I believe that is Sawyer Rashawn a little confused where they should line up. Eventually they get sorted, and Shacker rolls out to the strong side, rolling, looking, doesn't have anybody, loads, tipped ball, and trying to come back to get it is Gore, and defender was right there. Excuse me, that was Huber coming back for the ball, and there's not a lot of opportunity there.
No.
Shacker would have had to throw that one forever, and nobody was open.
Yeah, number 9, Hunter Bustos, was reading that play, and he wanted that ball.
Getting chased from the backside, Shacker had to hurry up and do something, and there was nothing there to be had, so the Fishermen line up to punt. Handling the punting duties is Gore. And if Gore's into punt, watch for the fake. Usually Winterstein is the punter. We'll see what happens here. Gore is going to handle the punting duties. Barely gets that one off. Almost got somebody to come in and get it. And on the return, it is going to head off to the right, break contain, get out to the 40, up to the 47-yard line before running out of bounds.
We do have a flag on the play, though, Rob.
Reese Kinslow was the return man who had a great return. But I think some of that's going to get taken away. The announcer claims Sawyer Rashawn was the one to push him out of bounds from the Fishermen. And by the way, the body language of the Riverhawks and Fishermen is looking, it looks like maybe a hold or an illegal block. See if we get the official call from the white hat. There it is. Illegal block indeed. So they're going to throw the flag at about the 46-yard line, which is going to be enforced from there. So it'll be from there where they enforce the penalty.
Don't forget to visit the concession stand tonight, folks.
So an unfortunate opening drive for the Fishermen. They started with a great play and then just went backwards from there on penalties.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. And then also getting backed up and sacked.
And backed up on a rough play out to Gore.
Yeah.
So now from the 36, the Riverhawks will take possession after the penalty. They'll lose a few, and the Fishermen line up on defense. A lot of these guys going both ways. And Barros right out in front of us here on defense at quarterback. Handoff up the middle is going to get just a few.
Yeah, he got slipped up on that turf, or the grass, and was able to pick himself back up just for an extra yard there.
Bryson Cates, number 15, the running back for the Riverhawks. And it looks like it is Logan Mitchell, their quarterback. And we watched them a little bit in warm-up. Looks like a lot of the same offensive setups the Fishermen throw out. Spread out, and it looks like they're going to do it here out of shotgun with a receiver out to the right, 2 to the left. Fishermen on defense line up. Strong defensive line, not big, but they're quick, and they'll get in after you. Handoff up the middle, and a good job by the Fishermen to try to get penetration in, and broken arm tackle is going to put running back Cates a little farther. Good 5-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Nothing like a trying by Astoria. They piled him.
Be about a 3rd and 2 for the Riverhawks as the ball sits right on the 44-yard line. For the Fishermen, led by their defensive front, Adrian Bawley, Colt Kelly, also down there, Duryea. Linebackers walk up into the hole a little bit for the Fishermen. It is Hudson Hill. They stack up, bring the blitz. They've got him on the run,
got a flag.
Passes out and complete for about 5 yards on the Fisherman sideline. It'll be a 1st down.
I think that's going to come back, Rob.
But I think, as you said, there is a flag on the play, and it looked into be the area of holding, and judging by the Riverhawks moving backwards, I think that is going to be the call. Official picks up the flag, gets the call from the coaches. Yeah, you're going to take this? Surprise, surprise. And they'll go backwards. Holding indeed is the call. So it's going to be a longer 3rd down now for the Riverhawks. The Fishermen have an opportunity here on defense to hold. Good rollout pass got him the 1st down, but that hold in the backfield, it's a killer on 3rd down.
Yeah, they're going to be 3rd and 13.
Thanks for joining us here on ESPN 106.3 for tonight's broadcast. Once again, I'm Rob Kovach, joined by Bob Wilkie. You can also make sure and tune in if you can't catch the broadcast, or if you're out of the listening area of Astoria, you can check us out, youtube.com. You can find our Astoria 106.3 Astoria channel and follow along there as well for Astoria High Fishermen.
Hope you guys are enjoying if you're watching on the YouTube.
3 receivers, man in motion is Reese Kinslow, their speedster, and he's going to roll that way and look for him. And look deep, he's got him, and in the hands, it's going to be a 1st down, and breaking a tackle and then being dropped out at the 40-yard line. Kinslow got free and picks up the big 1st down for the Riverhawks. Big shot. Finally bringing him down, I believe that was Sam Mather, number 13 on defense. I'll have to double check. Is that 13 or 15? I couldn't quite see. Maybe even 37 as the numbers get jumbled as they get up. But either way, it was a big shot by the Riverhawks. And, you know, we saw him in practice, Reese Kinslow, as they were warming up here. He's got some speed.
Yes, he does. And he's got some hands, too.
He does indeed. He showed him off there. Got free, got in an open space, reached up, snatched it, picked up some extra yards on his feet. Now 1st and 10. The other side of the 50, now on the 39-yard line, 38-yard line. The Riverhawks in business out of shotgun. They bring Kinslow way back, and the ball's on the turf.
And
the Fishermen have it.
That's number 56 for Astoria.
That would be Adrian Bawley, the quick defensive end, recovering. The Riverhawks trying the pitch. They brought Kinslow in motion and tried the 2-receiver pitch, the option, and just a bad pitch.
Yeah.
Ball gets dropped, and the Fishermen jump right on it. Bawley was right there and gives the Fishermen a bailout after allowing the big 3rd down play. The Fishermen come away with the ball. 7 minutes here in the 1st quarter, 0-0 ball game. We anticipated a tight fight between these two, and so far it is just that. 2 receivers to either side for Shacker. He's got a man in the backfield, and he awaits the snap. Riverhawks walk the linebacker into the gap. He's not coming. Shacker looks, reloads, right into the middle on the post play. Great pass down to the 40. What a great job, just under 20 yards to Gore. Gore gets up, protects the ball, gets taken down immediately by Logan Mitchell. But Gore, what a great job, what a headsy play. Gets up in the air, he's an athletic kid. Got up, protected the ball, protected himself, and took the tackle.
20 yards, we'll do it.
Fishermen back in business now on the other side of the 50. 2 receivers on either side. Shacker awaits the snap. Linebackers dance in and don't come. Gore gets it out on the swing pass, and down the sideline he's got 15, maybe 20 again.
Yeah, he's at the 20.
We'll see where they mark him out of bounds, and it is going to be at the 20-yard line, so he'll pick up 21 on the play. What a great job by Gore. He is responsible for the last hunk of yards for the Fishermen. Going to give it 22 according to the PA announcer here. So with under 6.5 to go in the 1st, the Fishermen with 2 big plays are in business.
3. Let's call a fumble big.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The defensive fumble, getting the ball back, and 2 big offensive plays to Gore. 40 yards plus to Gore here to set the Fishermen up at the 20. Shacker waits, 3 receivers to his right, looks this way, and he's got a receiver, and the quick pass is handled for a short gain. That is Sawyer Rashawn with the snatch, and that's just one of those deals where you set 3 receivers over, 2 go out on a pattern, 1 loops behind, and trying to get the lead blockers to pick something up. Not a lot there, but 2 to 3 yard pickup, so positive yards, and you showed them something different.
Yeah, exactly, keeps those Riverhawks guessing.
Fishermen come to huddle. Riverhawks on their toes just a little bit here. I should say on their heels a little bit here. Not sure what's hitting them. They got 2 big passes from Gore and a short pass to Rashawn. And now Shacker comes with 2 receivers to either side. In the backfield with him is Jacob Biros. And he awaits the snap from his center and calls for it. Brings his running back off to his right hip. Now man in motion is Gore faking the handoff, handing off up the middle. Biros is going to run forward to about the 10. It's going to be real short of the first down, but close. Little second effort, and I saw an official throw a beanbag. Ball may have come out late. And they are going to say it did. Ball came out late. Riverhawks come up with the fumble recovery.
It's too bad. The Story had something cooking there.
They certainly did. Another turnover for the Fishermen kills another drive inside the 20. And that was unfortunate because the Fishermen definitely had something cooking there. Now 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles. That one a little more traditional in the regards that Biros got a pretty good gain and then got just laid kind of stacked up in the middle, and somebody came in and punched that ball loose and hit the deck. So the Dalles will take over after the fumble at about the 13-yard line. They'll face 1st and 10 from there. Looks like they're going to mark it at the scoreboard says 16, but at the 13-yard line at 5:02 here in the first quarter. It's been back and forth so far, mostly with turnovers and big plays. No score, 0-0. And the Fishermen.
Flag on the play.
That's from the judge in the back, and that is a delay game against the Riverhawks.
Let's back that up.
Usually you've got an official out there who will help and bark to the quarterback because we don't have look, this isn't the NFL, this isn't college. We don't have the clock in the end zone running on both sides, and a lot of times the officials will be keeping that up, and usually they give you the 10 or 5 warning, and either they're not hearing it, a little breezy here, maybe the wind in the helmet is just enough to deflect the sound, but handoff up the middle, handled, and that's going to go for a loss. So on 1st and 15, Fishermen break through, the defensive players sneak in and cause some chaos.
That's huge.
Looks like Colt Kelly was in on that mess, at least one of the defenders. MJ Brito also possibly in there. Wrapping it up in the middle, going nowhere. Under 5 to go here in the first. The Riverhawks backed up deep now, 2nd.
17.
And a long ways to go. 0-0 ball game. Both teams struggling a little bit to hold on to it as they've given the ball to each other a couple of times. Fishermen here on defense, looking deep. They've got the receiver.
Intercepted.
Picked off. Morrow was the one coming up to try to sneak it away, but before that could happen,
number 10 for Astoria, it looks like.
Hill jumps in front of it, takes the ball away, so a great pick by Hill. Fishermen had that one in double coverage, and honestly, if Hill didn't pick that one off, I think that might have been a touchdown going the other way, as the defensive back came flying in, trying to get that one on the fly.
I think they're going to mark that down at the 7, Rob.
It's going to be 1st and goal. The only 1 stick needed here for the Fishermen. 1st and goal, and I think you're right, from about the 6 or 7. 4:13, so a couple of big turnovers. Fishermen come up with one to stop the Riverhawks as they were driving deep into the territory, and now, deep in their own territory, they get the ball back, and this time they go in the heavy set formation. Gore calls a timeout, it looks like. Yep, Astoria is going to take the timeout. Talk this one over. They went with the heavy set.
And Rube is excited. He is jumping up and down.
I think he might have saw something he liked, or maybe he saw something he didn't like. I'm not sure which, but he's got that heavy set out there, and basically that just means the Fishermen have brought in, they brought in everybody tight, put some backs in the backfield, Shacker can run. They've got Biros who can run. Gore can run. Huber. They've got some options. So out of that setup, they can play the shell game well back there.
Yeah.
We'll see what they come up with after the timeout. 4:13 here on the field.
Hey, Rob, I'm going to tell you something because I just realized it. That doesn't mark the 5. That marks the 0. We're 3 yards away.
It is 3 yards away looking down there. They've got the field marked. And ball on the far side of the field on the far hash mark. And you're right, Bob. That is the 3-yard line, not the 6.
Yeah, we're just the way they have that marked. It's right at the goal there.
That is G, not 5. Time to get my eyes checked again.
Me too.
So from the heavy set, the Fishermen come out from the 3-yard line.
First and 10 for the Fishermen.
We've got a trio of backs behind Shacker, who's under center. No wide receivers, everybody bunched in tight, and it's going to be a handoff to Biros, I believe. He'll get just an inch or two. Hard to be tricky out of this format. It's pretty much, it's coming up the middle, right or left for the most part. We'll see if the Fishermen can get a little tricksy out of here and come up with something big of this second and 3 as they get the ball inside with the turnover, the interception. Great job by the Fishermen to get the turnover. So from second and goal, 3-yard line, Fishermen line up once again in the heavy set. Shacker under center. He's got the snap, turns, and looks to throw, rolling out wide open and over the shoulder. Great catch by Biros. Jacob Biros, the senior, leaks out and gets the pass, and that is what happens when you stack in everybody. Makes it hard for the defense if somebody does leak out. Biros out of the backfield leaks out and gets free. He's got the step, and when you only need a couple of yards to get, it's not too hard to get usually. It's easy to get that edge, and Biros did a great job. Shacker did a great job of finding him. Laid one up, easy to catch. It's also very easy for a quarterback at this level to overthrow that.
Yeah.
Fishermen line up to kick. It is Biros doing the kicking duties.
He says, I want more.
3:33 on the clock. The Fishermen strike first, and the extra point is tipped, and it'll stay 6-0. Biros unable to connect, and I can only assume that Biros is kicking because Winterstein is out. And looking across the field, Winterstein is usually the kicker and usually the wide receiver, but we have yet to see him today. So I'm going to go out on an assumption that he is sitting out today.
Yeah, I believe that's a safe assumption there, Rob.
Again, Rube's approach usually with these non-league games is to not put anybody in harm's way. And if he's not feeling well, not feeling quite right, it's all right. Let him sit, let him recuperate. The league games count.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, these ones are just a long preseason, essentially.
Exactly.
Now, the Fishermen will line up to kick off, and Biros will do the duties for the Riverhawks. Looks like they are going to send
we got number 7,
Braden Brost,
2, and number 80, Rob.
Shea Anderson and Creighton Clack all deep as options. Clack a little bit closer, probably, or a little on the far side there. We'll see what the Fishermen decide to do here with their kicker, and they're going to squib one out, see if they can't come up with a free possession.
They think they might.
And they might, as the pile-up takes place at about the 30,
it's
or
equal
the 26-yard line. We'll see who comes out of this. The officials waving their arms. Nobody says anything yet, and
Looks like
Riverhawk comes up with the ball.
Great squib kick, though.
Great squib kick. It did get through a couple of hands and gave the Fishermen a chance. A great way to steal a possession. And in all honesty, you gave them the ball at the 26-yard line. Not the worst of situations.
Not with the defensive turnovers of this so far today.
2 turnovers already for the Fishermen. They came up with a fumble and the interception. And they'd love to have one here. 3:33 in the first quarter. The Fishermen lead this one at 6-0 after missing the extra point. And for the Fishermen, they'll line up once again on defense. Biros playing cornerback out here on closest to us as we stand on the roof of the new press box here at the Dalles Riverhawks Stadium.
Good eye in the sky.
It's not a bad view. Hill scoots over, lines up. Linebackers look to plug up the gaps. Man in motion. That is their speedster. Reese Kinslow coming up the middle, shaking a tackle, and getting met. Holy
Number
smokes.
15, Astoria.
Morrow came through and
just laid him out.
Holy cow. He's been eating his mushrooms. He came in there bigger than he needed to be, and that running back stopped moving forward in a hurry.
Yeah.
Great shot. 2nd and 10. Fishermen lead this one 6-0. Clock ticks. Should be under 3 minutes by the time they get the snap off. And for the Fishermen, looking for another big stop. They'd love to try to steal another shot here.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. Out of shotgun, 2 wide receivers, flanker. And they're going to hand it to the speedster, who's going to get around the edge. No! Tangled up by Buros. What a great job. Gore flying in. It's going to be a short loss on the play as Gore flies in and does not let him break contain.
That could have been a big gain on the going the other way. That
I'll tell you what,
didn't stop him. I don't think much would have.
Senior Reese Kinslow for the Riverhawks is fast.
Yes.
He is fast, and he was flying around the edge, and if he would have got his foot in the corner and turned upfield, I think he was going to be a tough one to stop. Gore flies in there and knocks him loose
for a loss.
Off his feet, and here the Riverhawks now face a 3rd and a little longer than 10. Hill lines up in the gap.
Delay game? Timeout.
Somebody's calling a timeout.
It's like Riverhawks.
Equipment issue is what they're calling, so they got something going on with either an equipment or blood is usually the reason for it. Kinslow is the person they bring off the field, so they didn't like that his jersey was wrapped up in his shoulder pad, so they're going to make him come off for one play, and Lights will come in his place.
Ooh, mishandled snap on the ground. Astoria has a chance. No, it looks like Riverhawks are going to pull it up.
Quarterback was able to get on top of it, but boy, oh boy, it was dancing on the ground just long enough to be enticing, so that's going to be a short loss. And
it's going to be a big fourth down.
It's going to drop the Hawks back. It's going to be 4th down.
I don't foresee them going for this unless they play a trick play.
It looks like they're doing some wholesale changes here. Did a couple of changes, and it looks like that is Leitz going back to punt for the Riverhawks. So indeed, it does look like a punt setup. Fishermen send 2 back. And we await the snap with 1:15 clicking away. Punt. Fishermen don't come after it. Look to set up the block. It's short and bounced into the hands of Huber. Huber can't get free.
They tangled him up.
Ball came out late, but it was number 80, Creighton Clack, getting down the field and making a great tackle. And Huber looks to be twisted up and not getting up quickly.
No, they're calling in the...
They're asking for the trainer as Huber is rolling in significant pain. It looks like Rube's going to come out and take a look. He got twisted up pretty good on that one, and I hate to see that because that's usually ankles and knees and things.
Yeah.
And he looks to be uncomfortable as Rube takes a look at him, gives him a pat on the shoulder. It was a good return, good attempt. He almost shook free, couldn't quite do it. So with 57.8 seconds to go here in the quarter, it is 6-0 Fishermen, finally capitalizing after a turnover deep in enemy territory. It was the Fishermen getting an interception on the sideline, just 3 yards out and punching it in. Short pass gets him the touchdown to Buros, and that's where we stand so far in this one. It's been a game of turnover giveaways and a couple of punts, but
that was a huge stop by Astoria on that last
big stop.
Plays.
Great plays, no silly penalties there, just great defensive work by the Fishermen to come away with some great stops and then end the big run as Reese Kinslow was trying to come around the edge. And I think if Gore misses that tackle,
he was off to the races.
There wasn't a lot left in green grass. He would have been a tough one to catch. It would have been definitely a big gain, I think, for the Riverhawks, and he is one to keep an eye on, as he has done some damage already and just limited opportunities in the first quarter. So definitely keep an eye on Reese Kinslow for the Fishermen. And for the Fishermen, their player is still down, being tended to by the trainers. The officials have huddled up. Comfortable night. Light starting to take effect here as the sun has dropped behind the hills a little bit more, and a comfortable breezy evening, but it is not even jacket weather.
It is not. No, it's comfortable. About 78 degrees is what it was when we rolled in. I bet you it's about 72 now.
It's not too far away. My My reader is saying 71, so
my watch is saying 75. So
somewhere in between there here at the field, it's a comfortable evening at the Dalles. And the Riverhawks and Fishermen battling in this non-league contest. One coming in 2-0, one coming in 0-2, but it's a non-league game, and in all honesty,
Astoria's got the lead right now, and
it doesn't mean much.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the league standings and all that fun stuff, it doesn't mean a lot.
No.
And of course, now with the new ranking system, the rankings at this point don't really mean a lot either. We talked a little bit on the drive up. Cascade holds the top spot. They've scored 75 and allowed 13 overall in their couple of contests. And Fisherman player gets up, gets helped off. Cannon Huber, the senior.
Looks like he's favoring that ankle, but he looks like he's going to be okay. He was pretty much under his own power.
Got a couple of teammates helping him, and he'll get to the bench and have a seat, get looked at officially. And the Fishermen will have a 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. And with that new ranking system, to go back on that thought just a little bit, they're basically using the rankings from the games played. So you got to play to be ranked.
That's right.
So there's only 25 teams so far on that list. And Cascade is holding the top spot so far, almost tied with Staten right now, as far as the RPI and the Collie ranking.
Yeah, they were a tough team.
For the Fishermen, 2 receivers on either side. Jacker waits in shotgun, moves his running back up to his right hip. Now the man in motion is Gore. They fake the handoff, and Buros is going to get strung out and about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah.
They faked the handoff to Gore, and then it was the decision to hand off or the quarterback run behind, and the Riverhawks had that one on the bulletin board.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be a 2nd and 15 for the Fishermen. A long ways to go now as they got driven quite a ways back on that one. 29 seconds tick away here in the quarter. Fishermen come up to the line of scrimmage, probably get at least one more play in. 3 receivers out to the right, and Shacker calls for the ball. Running back behind him, he's got it, looks, fades off to the running back. Buros picks up a block from Morrow and down the sideline, finds some space and out of bounds it's going to be close to a 1st down. The guy dropped the stick, and I can't see exactly how close he's going to be.
They're going to mark him about a 2 yards shy, maybe a yard.
He got across the 50-yard line, and it looks like they're going to move the yard marker and stretch it out, and I think you're right. He's going to be about a yard, maybe 2 shy, yard and a half shy with 7.6 left on the clock as he went out of bounds. So Fishermen will get a second play here.
Yep. They're going to mark it at the Riverhawks 49.
Fishermen come up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 backs in the backfield this time with Shacker. Gets it, got tailback Buros who shakes free, picks up a block from Morrow again, and he's going to get down to the 40. Nice 1st down pickup, and that'll do it for the first quarter. They forgot to start the clock. It should be the first quarter for sure. The officials are waving their hands like it is. Unless there was a penalty immediately. There was a penalty. So we're going to say holding offense. That shouldn't keep the clock from rolling, however. So instead of a 1st down, it is going to be 3rd and about
7.
7 if the math comes out correctly. So with 1.4 seconds to go, the Fishermen will have to do something again. Great run by Buros on that last play to get free, but unfortunately, apparently, he picked up a little extra help.
Let him do it. He's got it, guys.
And now they blow the whistle dead for the quarter, so we will take a moment to step away and catch our breath and come back for quarter 2 here in the Dalles. Fishermen lead the Riverhawks 6-0 on ESPN 106.3. Back here at the Dalles with the Fishermen and the Riverhawks battling. 6-0 is the score. We've got the second quarter underway. And the Fishermen and Riverhawks battling in a tight contest.
Flag immediately on that play.
Fishermen get backed up with a hold after picking up the first down, and now another flag. And this time, before the play gets started, the officials stop the play. And it's going to be defensive encroachment. So the Fishermen will buy 5 yards, and that might be enough for the first down, as it's 3rd and about 5 as it is.
It's going to be real close. Let's see what they do.
Officials will march the ball forward. And they're the announcers giving them the first down. The officials have yet to do it, however.
Yep, the sticks are moving. First
Puts the ball in Riverhawk territory.
at the Riverhawk 46.
The 47.
Or 47, as the announcer says to me. Astoria lines up. We got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And a penalty again. I believe it's going to be defensive encroachment again. We'll see what the refs here have to say.
The officials don't like the way somebody's lining up.
That's exactly what it is. They're going to march it again. And number 53 for the Riverhawks is going to come talk to the coach for a second.
Once again.
So they march that all the way down to the Riverhawks 43.
First and 5 for Astoria.
1st and 5. We'll do this one more time. We can do it all night. I'm fine with that.
1st and 5, a free first down, and now a short 1st and 10, or goes to a 1st and 5 here for the Fishermen.
All right, they line up. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Shacker gets it and shotgun. The snap comes in. Shacker throws. That's going to be to number 15 for Astoria. He's going to get it out and get it up to about the 33 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Nice catch by Morrow on the sideline. Gets forward for a little bit extra after the catch.
Move those sticks one more time. Astoria's got something cooking.
The completion is enough for a first down.
Astoria huddles up.
1st and 10 at Astoria, 32-yard line.
And they get up to the line.
Fishermen and the Dalles, second quarter, 6-0. Receivers on either side. Gore in motion. Handoff is going to go to him. He's got a lead blocker, but he's not going to get very far.
No, I think he might be a short loss there or no gain.
Run out of bounds.
Fishermen and the Dalles battling here. Sun settling, and gray skies turn to darker skies under the lights. The shaded area of the 40-50 here, as this light pole is not functioning.
No. I was joking earlier, they probably pulled the power from the lights to run the new nest over here. Astoria lines up. We've got 2 to the left, 2 to the right, and we've got a man behind Shacker as the snap comes in shotgun. 1 man in motion. They hand off up the middle, and he breaks free. He's going to get close to 7 yards.
Nice run by Buros there up the middle as the fake handoff to the man in motion again, and then they straight up the gut run, and it seems to work. They can't figure it out yet, so
no, let's keep it up.
Keep going until it doesn't, right?
Yeah, we got about 3rd and 2. Nice short one to convert. Astoria lines up. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Shacker in shotgun. Snap comes in, and he's going to keep it, but gets stuffed immediately. It's going to bring up a big 4th down.
Shacker tries the old quarterback keeper there, and that time the Dalles were on it.
Yes, they were.
Going to bring up an interesting call for Coach Rube. Winterstein, the usual kicker, is not in tonight, so I believe the Fishermen will go for it, and indeed they do, as they line up with Shacker under center, 3 receivers out to his right. Linebacker walks up into the gap. Shacker looks. He's got the snap and finds his receiver immediately. Morrow with some space. Gets free, spins free down to the 15, and now down to the 12 out of bounds. Finally pushed out of bounds, and a great run by Morrow on the sideline. It'll be a fresh set of downs for the Fishermen, and it'll be just outside of the 10-yard line, so the Fishermen will have another chance to pick up a first down before the end zone. And with just about 10 minutes to go here in the second, the Fishermen are once again threatening. Last week, unfortunately, they had a couple of turnovers deep in enemy territory, and today they're trying to capitalize on that and stay ahead. Shacker with 3 receivers out to his right. Waits for the snap. He's got it. Looks to his left to Morrow. Looks again for the fade. He's got Morrow. Morrow falling backwards into the end zone. Has it. It's a touchdown for the Fishermen. What a great job by Morrow as he got turned around and was falling backwards. And a great job by Shacker to lay it up over the defender and get it into him. And what a great job. What a great catch. What a great connection by those two to come together on the play for the touchdown for the Fishermen, going up now by another 6. 12-0 is where we stand here at the Dalles Riverhawk Field. It is 9:29 on the clock when the Fishermen strike for another touchdown. Fishermen send in the offense. They will go for 2. 2 receivers to either side. Shacker waits, calls for it, and looks. The throw outside, just outside of the goal line.
Oh, very close.
Very good job there by their big tight end. He's not actually that big of a defensive back, I should say, but Clack comes in and makes the tackle as the Fishermen trying to sneak one in and couldn't quite get that one in, so it'll stay 12-0. Here on the road, Fishermen lead this one 12-0 with 9:29 to go in the second quarter. A couple of good drives by the Fishermen there, and a nice long one as they got that ball and methodically marched down the field with some good plays.
Yeah, it was a great looking drive the whole way. Astoria is talking it over, seeing how what they want to do here for the kickoff. The Riverhawks are hungry, though. They want that ball.
Yes, they do. They'd like to have another opportunity. They've had a couple of offensive turnovers that I think they'd like to erase from history. And, of course, with a 12-0 game, they're still in it with 9:29 to go here in the half. So it's up to the Fishermen to buckle in and just keep the pressure on.
That's right.
Braden Winterstein back in the game for the Fishermen, so it looks like he will handle the kicking duties today. I think this is the first time we may have seen Braden today.
I believe you are correct, Rob. He's going to tee it up here and step on back and put a boot to it. And here we go, 12-0 Astoria, and the kick is high. Back to the 25. And Riverhawks grab it, cut across the entire field, do a cut. We got a penalty flag down, and down he goes at about the 32. I think this one might be a illegal block here. We will see what happens. Referees are talking about it, and it looks like the Riverhawks are backing up and handing him the flag, kind of saying, oops, sorry about that, guys.
Didn't mean to do that. It wasn't on purpose.
And they're going to back this one up at about 10 yards, it looks like, and they are marching it back. That is going to negate that return, and that's going to get it back to about the 22 for the Riverhawks.
Fishermen lead this one once again 12-0, and after the penalty, the Fishermen will have a good chance here to get another great stop, as they've already done that a couple of times.
They're playing great ball tonight.
Yes, they are. A couple of good offensive drives, a couple of good defensive stops, and they'd love to have another one here as the Riverhawks have struggled to find any offensive movement against the Fishermen so far tonight. On defense, Fishermen line up. Hill and the defensive backfield look. Hawks take this one straight off to number 1 who tries to find the edge, and he's not going to get there. Once again, the Fishermen do a great job of trying to keep Kinslow contained. Riverhawks trying to cut out the middleman there and do a direct snap to him. And the extended run to the outside gets extended all the way to the sideline for a loss of about 2 there. Yeah. Loss of 1-2.
That was a long run to go backwards.
It was indeed, but there you have it. Riverhawks now face a 2nd and 14 here with 9:12 to go in the half. Fishermen lead this one 12-0, and short of an offensive turnover for the Fishermen, they've looked pretty good on offense tonight.
They sure have.
On defense, they haven't looked bad either.
They've been looking real good with that interception and the fumble recovery.
They let a couple of big plays go early, but they have buckled in and held strong. And again, they try to get in. The cutback is going to get thwarted a couple of yards. It's going to be a short gain as the direct snap goes off to the right. Running back thought he could cut up field, and Kinslow gets racked up quickly as the Fishermen just allow a short gain. It's going to be a 3rd and long. A 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12.
I think you're right. And with that, the coach says, for the Riverhawks, says, we're going to talk this one out.
We're going to chat this one out. Little breeze picks up here. Again, not terrible. It's comfortable tonight, but a little breezy. We see the flag whipping around down there in the end zone on the right as we stand on the press box, the newly built press box, thanks to the folks here, the local LP Anderson at the Dalles here for helping come up with the cash to build this, as I understand it. So.
Exactly.
It's nice inside. It's nice up top, actually. If it was raining, I'd prefer to be inside. But but tonight, not too shabby to stand on the roof. I
don't think rain's that big a deal.
It's
I think
pretty
it's more
unobstructed view.
The snow is
right. That's true. That's true.
The blowing ice.
The blowing ice. Yeah, we're not facing that tonight. Just a comfortable, slightly breezy, warm wind up here on the roof of the press box, and we got some of the coaching staff for the Fishermen up here with us, and some of the video crew for the Dalles with us, and an unobstructed view.
Yeah, it's couldn't ask for much more, I'll tell you.
No, it's pretty nice up here. I'll take it. Astoria the Dalles, 12-0. As we bring you tonight's game, thanks for tuning in here on ESPN 106.3, and don't forget you can also find us on YouTube.
We got quite a few people doing that tonight.
Our YouTube channel there. You can tune into both if you want to, I suppose. Trying to bring you the Astoria High Sports on YouTube Live, our Astoria channel, ESPN 106.3 Astoria. Now 3rd and 11, the Fishermen and Hawks, Riverhawks with the ball, have it, out of shotgun rolling this way, looking, Fishermen now attacking, and the deep throw, receiver was wide open, but the pass was about 10 yards too short.
There was a couple Fishermen there going, can I get to that, or do I just keep blocking? And they said, oh, we'll do our job.
We'll do our job. They did a pretty good job, but the defensive back lost the receiver coming across the middle. He was open, but a little pressure, and the linebackers putting some heat on their quarterback, Mitchell, and he just had to unload, and he was a few yards short trying to throw one out deep to about the 45-yard line.
Be another huge 4th down for the Riverhawks.
They're going to line up to punt this one away. Fishermen send 2 back to receive.
It's going to be number 5 and number 0, so Quinn Gore. And
high, short kick, and it bounces, and the Fishermen say, get away, and they do. Bureau's right there saying, nope, don't do anything with it, as it goes to about the 44. And it looks like that is Camden Whipple coming down to make the touch on the ball. So that's where the Fishermen will start, from the 44-yard line. Maybe the 43. A little bit between, and the ball rolled dead there. Good starting field position for the Fishermen.
Yeah.
As they lead this one with 8:25 here in the second quarter. Fishermen doing a good job on offense. We'll see if they can string together another set of plays, and we'll see if they continue to do what works, and that is run the ball. They have done most of that through the middle, doing it well, and on that last drive, Riverhawks had no answer.
Yeah, they're finding those gaps and exploiting it for sure.
Shacker out of shotgun, moves his running back up to his left hip. Got the snap, hands it off to Bureaus. Bureaus dances through the first and gets a couple of yards past the 44. Tripped up to the 46, it looks like, is where he'll end up.
He hadn't caught that trip. I don't think much was going to stop him. Most of the team went right on past him.
He had a pretty good head of speed and a lot of green grass in front of him, indeed.
Astoria huddles up.
Fishermen and the Dalles, under 8 minutes to go, 12-0. Wind calms down once again here in the field. Sid Whitefield, I believe it is called.
Yes, it is, Rob.
3 wide receivers out to the right. Shacker calls for the ball. Linebackers dance up into the middle and maybe danced up a little too far.
I think that's exactly what happened.
The official blew the whistle on the Fisherman's sideline and now walks in, and it is going to be a false start. Linebacker danced in and got the Fisherman to flinch. So the Riverhawks will gain 5 yards on defense here.
You don't see, that's might have been one of the first false start calls against Astoria this season.
They've done a really great job keeping the penalties to a minimum, and you're going to get a few throughout the course of the season. And you're right, I think that's one of the few false starts, if not the first one we've seen for the Fishermen yet. 3 games. Usually in early, these first couple of weeks, you see a few more silly penalties because you're still shaking the rust off. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Shacker waits for the call. He's barking. Linebackers are coming, and this time they're going to earn that one back. The linebackers came across. Defensive encroachment. The Riverhawks want to say that the Fishermen jumped, but the Fishermen did jump.
They did.
After the Riverhawks were about 2 yards deep into the backfield.
Exactly.
So, yeah, the Fishermen did jump.
That's kind of like
way after the fact.
But they did too. Nope.
You did it first. So 7:40 to go. The Fishermen will get those 5 yards back and face a 2nd and 10. Little tit for tat there. And the Fishermen now with 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Shacker waits for it. Linebackers once again fake coming forward. They hold back, and the pass out to, looks like, caught by Sawyer Rashawn at the 49-yard line. It's going to be a short pickup. He held on and was driven back for about 5 yards, but they're going to give him that forward progress up to the 49 across the 50.
It's going to be about 3rd and 7. 3rd and 3, I'm sorry.
PA announcer trying to get the students and home team jacked up for a 3rd down. The Fishermen trying to do more of what they've been doing, and that's run the ball efficiently. We'll see what they decide to do here, if they try to hand off up the middle or they try to get crazy or cute. I'd say a little breeze picking up.
Yeah, that's
a little crosswind on the field. And for the Fishermen, they send receivers out. Going to be a handoff up the middle, and Bureau shakes free and gets up to about the 45-yard line, but Laundry flies towards the 50.
Yeah, he might be coming back.
Breeze picks up a little stronger here at the field, and
here come those night thermals there, Rob.
Holding indeed, so we're going to back this one up and do it again.
A little bit further, though. Let's go 8 yards instead of 2.
Little breeze.
It'll be a 10-yard penalty.
I'm going to turn off that crowd mic and kind of kill that mute there.
Ball's on about the 40-yard line.
Ball's going to sit with a 3rd and 13 on the 40-yard line, and the Fishermen have a little ways to go to get there. Fishermen break huddle, trying to convert another big 3rd down. Breeze falls slightly. 3 receivers out to the right. Sawyer Rashawn looks, calls for it. He's going to roll to the strong side where his 3 receivers are. He's looking deep. He throws short and almost intercepted and through the hands of the defender.
Oh, we're getting 2 flags afterwards.
Braden Brose broke up the pass, but we got Laundry in the defensive backfield at the 50 and another one at the 46-yard line.
Unsportsmanlike here?
You're going to see, we get the conversation with the officials and a Riverhawk player. And the officials, 3 of them huddle up. We got at least 2 flags out. Sawyer Rashawn waiting. The official comes over and relays the call. It is defensive pass interference.
Okay. Against the Riverhawks. We'll see where the penalty yards puts the ball.
So it is not a spot foul.
Should be a 1st down.
It'll be a 15-yard penalty, which should result in a 1st down. As they mark the ball down at the 48-yard line. So after the defensive pass interference, the Fishermen will get a first down.
That'll keep that drive alive.
6:12 to go, 12-0 the score. Fishermen lead this one. 2 receivers on either side. Riverhawks barking in the defensive call. Linebacker walks up. Buros up to his quarterback's hip. Handoff to Gore on the outside. He's got a lead blocker. He cuts inside, finds the edge, and gets out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and a flag comes in from the back judge. And we're going to see what the penalty is here. They throw that way back. It's going to be holding against the Fishermen.
Just like that. We were talking about how good job they were doing, and here come the penalties.
A couple of silly penalties here. So Gore had a good job of getting to the outside. He was going to be close to a first down. It was a good run. No need on the 1st and 10 for a penalty. But unfortunately, the Fishermen pick one up there. So at 6:05, Fishermen lead 12-0. Wind picking up just a little bit here once again and changing course. It looks like the wind is coming in at our backs a little bit more so than it was earlier. Wind shifting a little bit here, getting a little swirling wind off the rocks and the hills behind us. 6:05. The official's a little slow with this call, so they scoot this back to the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 11 for the Fishermen. Fishermen send 3 receivers out to the right. It's Rashawn, Gore, and I believe Archer Hawkins. Handoff up the middle to Buros, who gets a little bit of space, gets tugged on the jersey, but still picks up about 6-7 yards. Great job by Buros up the middle. They just can't stop that up the middle run right now in the spread. Linebackers.
They had quite a few Riverhawks on his back there on that one.
They did, and I would be surprised if the linebackers start cheating a little more inside, and if they start doing that, watch out for those quick hits, those quick passes, and the quick slants. That if you can bring your linebackers in and out of the way, makes that middle of that field, that center middle, wide open for the Fishermen. So we'll see if they take advantage of that. If the linebackers continue to cheat, at this point, if the up-the-middle runs continue to work, don't look for the Fishermen to go away from them, as they don't again. And once again, Buros turns his legs, muscling his way for about 3-4 yards.
I thought he was down with a loss, and he punched on through.
That was a running through the tires at practice kind of run there. High knees, keep stepping. So it'll be 3rd and about 3 for the Fishermen as they look to try to get another conversion with 5 minutes ticking away here in the half. Fishermen break huddle and set up their offense with Winterstein, Gore, and Hawkins to the right. Morrow to the left. Shacker waits for the call, waits for the ball. Linebackers dance in. They break. Fake handoff, the handoff is there, and that time the linebackers do cheat up and get the Fishermen on a loss.
That was number 15, Bryson Cates, and he read that play about as well as he could.
And Clark once again there to clean things up at the end, number 80. And for the Fishermen, they face a 4th and about 4 here. We'll see what the Fishermen decide to do. 4:10 click away on the clock. Winterstein backpedals, it looks like, to a wide receiver position. He's out there all by himself. Nobody's covering him.
Looks like they're going to go for this.
Fishermen look to line up and go for it. They cover up all the receivers, 3 of them to the right. Shacker looks and calls for the ball. We'll see if he doesn't fake. Nope, they're going to run it. They fake the throw one way. Buros comes the other way, picks up a great block, and gets down to the 41-yard line.
Let's go 26-yard line, Rob.
26-yard line. I was in a hurry to look, and that was, I believe, Colt Kelly breaking out of the offensive line, and him and Buros snuck out to the left after the fake to the right, and Colt Kelly laid out a fantastic block.
Yeah.
Springing Buros for a few extra yards. What a great deception play.
Huge.
3 receivers out to the right. Shacker immediately looks that way and pump fakes that way, comes back to Buros, leaking the other way with a lineman leaking with him, and he's got the lead block and a first down.
Yeah.
Great job, great call by the Fishermen. Now under 4 minutes to go. 3:42, the Fishermen line up with 4 wide receivers. Shacker, 1st and 10, and now a penalty
Delay game, or is it offsides?
Not sure, but the officials are delay a game against the Eagles, or the Riverhawks. I'm not sure what the delay a game is. He pointed at a player and said that's a delay a game, and I'm not sure what he did to earn it. Might have to chat with the coaches up here helping us out to see what the reason for that would be.
Yeah.
I don't know if he went up and kicked the ball or moved the ball or did something to impede the next play, and that's kind of what it looked like, but I didn't see what he did to do it.
Yeah.
Fishermen now lead this one 12-0, 3:42 to go, and another 1st and 5 for the Fishermen. Shacker waits, brings Hawkins in motion. Fake handoff. Shacker's going to keep it himself, try to duck up the middle, and he's got somebody on his leg. Gets piled up at the 20, maybe the 19.
Yeah, it's going to be close to where they mark his forward progress here.
The officials coming in from the side say the 19. The official in the middle sets it just on the other side of the 20, so it'll be a 2nd down and a couple for the Fishermen here with 3:27 to go. Fishermen would love to punch one in here at the end of the half.
Yep, I loved watching Shacker try to burrow his way through those players to get the extra 2 yards there.
And that's what he was trying to do indeed, is burrow indeed. And he got somebody on his back leg trying to hold him up, and they did. Shacker calls for it with 2 wide receivers to either side. Linebackers walk up into the gaps. Hawkins in motion again. They fake that handoff. Bureaus gets the handoff. He takes the tackle, shakes off another tackle, and he gets down to the 5, maybe the 6-yard line.
See where they mark this?
Just on the outside of the 5-yard line. Great run. And what a great strip of the tackle there. They came in, and Bureaus just swiped away the tackler.
Yeah.
And what a great run. What a great gutty run.
This run play tonight is awesome.
Fishermen known to throw the ball around a little bit, but tonight Bureaus is running like a man possessed.
Yeah. I'd love to see his yardage running.
3 receivers out to the right. Shacker and Bureaus in the backfield. Shacker in shotgun waiting for the snap. Calls for it. Why not hand it off to him again this time? Can't quite dice up the middle. It'll be a short gain, and the clock will continue to roll.
2:19 on that clock.
Just outside of the 5-yard line. Coach Howard Rube, Garrett Long, Kurt Bradley Davis, Doug Walsh, Ralph Steinbeck, Jeremy Poyer, and Mike Roberts, your staff for the Fishermen. 2:05 in the half. Fishermen lead this one 12-0. For the Riverhawks, by the way, they are led by head coach Nate Timmons, Gabe Schur, Kyle Lee, Rick Meyer, Timothy Parham helping out. Shacker out of shotgun. Receivers on either side, 2 each. Bureaus in the backfield. Man in motion, fake handoff. Shacker looks. He's got the throw, the deep corner, and it is
high
over the head of everybody and out of bounds.
Shacker's pass is incomplete.
Trying to hit Hawkins coming from the other side, and just couldn't quite connect.
Nope. He's trying to keep it away from the hands of the Riverhawks, and that was probably the smart thing to do.
Live another day. It's 3rd down, and you're right there at the edge of the end zone.
We saw it last week a couple times.
We did indeed. This time, just be patient.
Yep.
They'll come to you.
Exactly.
Don't force it. Don't hurt yourself.
We got 12-point lead. Don't give them the opportunity to get the ball back.
That's right. Don't make it a 12-6 turnaround and give them the ball. 2 wide receivers out to the right. This time Shacker's got a flanker and Bureaus in the backfield with him. Bureaus fakes the handoff. They come around on the other side on the twist.
I think they got it.
And Gore gets knocked out at the 2-yard line. 1:22 to go. Great job. They fake the inside handoff, and Gore flying around the outside. They get the little pitch backwards, and Gore tries to turn the corner and just can't quite get all the way around.
I thought he had that.
If he had another 5 yards of field coming out, I think he would have been able to stretch it. He was working that way, but just could not quite get there.
Big 4th down for Astoria here. 4th and 2 at the 2.
Fishermen and Riverhawks, 12-0. 2 wide receivers for the Fishermen out to the right. It is Gore and Winterstein. Shacker calls for it. It's high. It's over his head. And wisely just falls on it at the 15. And a big turnover on downs for the Fishermen there, unfortunately, on that 4th and 2. Gives the ball back to the Riverhawks with 1:12 to go in the half. We'll see if they can come up with any plays. Fishermen and Riverhawks battling once again here on the road. 12-0, the Fishermen had another opportunity there, and that one escaped their hands as they turned the ball over on downs. And the snap gets up over Shacker's head and away from him a little bit, but he's able to fall on it. Kind of a moot point, but he does not allow the defense to pick it up and run or do anything. So turnover on downs. Fishermen have a minute 12 to get a stop. Riverhawks have a minute 12 to try to answer back. So far, the Fishermen defense has done a great job of stopping the Riverhawks. They line up now with a 3-man defensive front, and they're looking for the air. And as the Riverhawks back up to throw, deep pass is up the middle, up in the air, and almost intercepted twice.
Number 2 and number 6 for Astoria.
Winterstein and Bureaus both had a shot at it.
That was a heads-up Flyers up there.
Holy smokes. That was almost a double interception. Fishermen and the Riverhawks here in the Dalles battling. And see if the Fishermen can get another stop. 2nd and 10, 1:05. Not a lot runs off after the incomplete pass. Again, 3 down linemen for the Fishermen. It is Arthur Duryea wearing the number 50 away jersey, Colt Kelly, and Adrian Bawley. Your 3 defensive linemen here for the obvious throwing scenario, making sure nothing gets deep, nothing gets behind the defense. They swing one out. It's going to be a short loss as the Fishermen are there, and great job. They try to throw back to Brackenberry, and the Fishermen converge well.
They sure do.
Gang tackle
team huddle on him.
Team photo with the running back there. They tried to swing one out and set up a little screenplay. The Fishermen were not fooled at all, and now with 52.7 seconds and a timeout taken, the Fishermen hold a 12-0 lead. Fishermen and Riverhawks battling for, I think, I talked to Rube a little bit. I said, have you guys been there? He goes, nope, never. So I don't know that they've ever played here, and if they have, it's been a long time ago.
A long time, yeah.
So, yeah. Nice to see the press box, though. They got that built. Nice setup for the scorekeeper and everybody inside. And we chose the roof, the open air tonight, so that's why you hear the breeze.
Yeah, no rain, no nothing. You know what? Let's stretch our arms a little bit and enjoy the evening. Shout out to everybody listening on YouTube tonight.
Yeah,
hope you guys are enjoying that. Let us know.
If you're listening on the air at 106.3, we appreciate that. If you can't get the signal from where you are, you can always try to find the Astoria broadcast, follow our channel, and like and subscribe. You'll get notifications when we go live, so you won't miss an Astoria High game we call.
Yep, we're hoping to do boys and girls basketball and some softball, too, this year.
So log in, sign up, click and share, and we appreciate it. And thanks for hanging out with us this evening as the Astoria Fishermen battle the Riverhawks after the timeout. The Riverhawks face a 3rd and 15, 52.7 seconds to go. We'll see if the Fishermen don't try to get cute here and do something with the time left with a 3rd and 15. If they can get an incomplete pass or a stop.
How about just an interception to a pick 6?
Well, that would work too, but if you're thinking about the clock and at least that perspective of it, if this is a quick pass, incomplete pass, you might have some time left.
You sure do.
Riverhawks move a man in motion. They're going to hand it backwards. They are anticipating that, and a great job by the Fishermen to get back there and try to get it for a loss. They won't. Kinslow sneaks out of a tackle. He'll get up to about the 16-yard line, 43.7 seconds.
I thought Astoria had him. They
had him dead to rights in the backfield, and he spun out of it. So the Fishermen will call the timeout. They're going to try to preserve a little extra time and force them to do something with a 4th down. As the ball gets spotted, it's still going to be a pretty good go for the Riverhawks for a 4th and
9,
whatever they decide to do. And they wouldn't be shocked if they don't try to punt this one away and set the Fishermen up with a long field. But Rube wanting to preserve a little extra time. Why not? 43.7 seconds to go.
You can't take them with you, right?
See if you can make something out of nothing, right?
Yeah, they did it last week,
They've got some speed. They've got the ability to hit a deep pass.
I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago.
See what Fishermen can come up with here. 4th and about 10. And for the Fishermen, it's going to be Winterstein and Gore back to return. Set up 2 return men. They set up the block.
Ooh, great punt.
Great kick. It's up, it's high, it's deep, it bounces at the 40 and trickles all the way back to about the 24-yard line.
That was a punt.
Heck of a punt, deep punt, and a great job by the punter to get the roll. So 31.9 seconds left as that punt not only took some time off the clock, it chewed up a lot of yards rolling around too.
Sure did.
So now we'll see what Coach Rube decides to do here with a longer field to go. 24-yard line, 23-yard line. The Fishermen have a ways to go with 31.9 seconds and no timeouts. If I recall, no timeouts.
I think Astoria still has 2.
Do they still have the 2?
Yeah. I'm sorry. They're showing the Riverhawks have 2.
I think the Riverhawks still have a couple in the pocket, but I think Coach Rube used them up earlier. And it looks like the Fishermen are going to go to the locker room formation. Not quite the victory formation yet, but it looks like it's going to be the go to the locker room formation. As the punt was deeper than they probably wanted it to be, so they'll take the snap. Shacker will step back and take the knee. And that should do it for the half.
Astoria 12. Riverhawks 0.
22 seconds tick away. I'm going to assume this will do it. I don't think the Riverhawks will call a timeout at the last second, but, stranger things.
That's right.
We'll stay with you for the last 10 seconds just to be sure. The Fishermen looking good in the first half. The offense performing, the defense doing well. And other than a miscue and a missed snap at the end of the half here, the Fishermen able to put 12 on the board. They lead this one 12-0. We'll take a short timeout, come back and recap the first half a little bit and get ready to go for round 2 here at the Dalles. The Fishermen lead the Riverhawks 12-0 on the road on ESPN 106.3.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria, Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly and the store is stocked with everything you need. All debit, EBT, and credit accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy fuel and diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
Have Joe's Mobile.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Marathon season is just around the corner, so quit running errands and start running for fun with North Coast Runners in Astoria. Stop in for nutrition on the go, info on local running groups, recommendations on where to run on the North Coast, and of course, all the gear you need, including being your Lululemon destination on the coast. Whether you're in Seaside, Napa, Astoria, Warrenton, or anywhere in between, North Coast Runners supports student athletes with available discounts. Check out northcoastrunners.com for more. Lace up and don't stop.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more. Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Hi, I'm Renee, contractor and owner of Lucky Duct LLC. Since 2011, we've provided Clatsop and Pacific counties with professional HVAC duct cleaning and dryer vent system cleaning. Residential and commercial customers, call me 503-717-2231.
Lucky Duct with a T, LLC. Your HVAC contractors. Clatsop and Pacific counties. Residential and commercial, trained and professional technicians. Visit us online. Lucky Duct with a T, LLC.
Hi folks, these sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of mobile synergy fuel and diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
This is ESPN Radio.
Back here at Sid White Field at the Dalles, the Fishermen and the Riverhawks battling in a pretty good contest tonight for Friday Night Lights. The Fishermen coming out ahead so far, 12-0 against the Dalles. The Riverhawks struggling a little bit to try to find that spark on offense, but they do have a spark plug. The Fishermen have to maintain for another 24 minutes.
That's right. They're Fishermen are fast. It's fishermen. Well, fishermen are fast as well. But the Riverhawks, they've got some speed on the ground. And
Kenslow, their number one, Ware's number one senior.
Yeah.
We've seen him have some flashes of speed here and there. Right now, the Fishermen have done a really good job to cut off the angles, try to take away the that little extra edge, and he hasn't found a lot of room.
No.
So great job by the Fishermen so far to hold him to...
Not a lot.
Not a lot. He's made he had a big play in the first drive, got a big catch and made some noise, had a couple of good plays almost around the edge, and the Fishermen have done a good job of containing it.
Yeah.
You can definitely see he's a threat. He's a problem.
He is, but they're handling that problem very well. Astoria, it's their game so far tonight. Looking through the list, the one thing is they've had a fumble. They fumbled once. Astoria lost the ball, and Dalles recovered. Immediately, Astoria intercepted, and then turned it into points. So, not a whole lot of a few fouls, a few
penalties here and there. The false start. There was a holding penalty that killed the Fishermen a little bit. If you wanted to say the fumble at the end of the half, the snap over Shacker's head, it wasn't a lost fumble, but it was a turnover and downs on a 4th and 2. And to lose that opportunity is a tough one because the Fishermen had a real opportunity to go up 3 scores basically at halftime.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say that that's going to make it untouchable, but that certainly gives you just that little bit of breathing room.
Sure.
Because of the spark plug that is Kenslow for the Riverhawks, you can't expect. Now, it'd be great if we can keep him out of the end zone and out of anywhere for the next half.
Right.
But you got to anticipate with his speed,
he might break free.
It's just going to take one broken tackle, one barely missed assignment, and he's got the speed to shake free. Now, if the Fishermen can keep him bottled up and keep him closed down, they got a great shot tonight to hold on to a really gutty victory.
Yeah.
And there's still a whole half to play, so I'm not going to try to jinx anything or say anything other than that. But right now, the Astoria defense is playing really, really well.
They are.
And the Astoria offense is playing pretty good.
Yep.
It's not perfect yet, but it's pretty good.
It sure is.
Right now, the Dalles don't have much of an answer for the run game up the middle for the Fishermen. They have been just a loss of trying to figure out what to do with Biros up the middle. Between Biros and Shacker trying to sneak up the middle, whether it's the fake, the handoff or the toss.
Yeah.
And they're mixing it up really well with Gore and other receivers coming through on the jet sweeps and trying to confuse the linebackers. Yep, where are you going to go next? And right now, Biros, I wished I had the numbers, and I guess I could get into the tablet of the coaches here next to me and probably look, but I won't. He's got to have a good ground game right now, as he is just nothing really big. He hasn't turned out a 20-yard, a 30-yard, or a 40-yard run, or even a 15-yard run, really, that wasn't called back. But what he has turned out is a lot of really gritty 5, 6, 7, 8-yard runs, short runs that are just...
They stack up.
They just stack up, and he wears a defense down, too. So be looking for that here in the second half, too. If the Riverhawks don't have an answer for the run game of the Fishermen, don't be surprised if...
Biros gets his steps in
this pinata doesn't get a few more hits, because you're going to keep swinging until the candy falls. And right now, Biros is swinging, and the candy is falling out.
Yeah.
He's just running well, and if the Astoria coaches don't see an adjustment by the Riverhawks,
hey, we'll take this one all day long.
Exactly. They're going to keep pushing forward for it. So it's just a matter of what can the Fishermen keep doing, what can the Riverhawks do to adjust to fix it. And for the Fishermen defense, as far as adjustments or changes or anything to do differently, I can't come up with a good answer for you there. They've done a really good job of stymieing and containing this Riverhawks offense. Maybe a couple of times on some deep passes, they've gotten out of position a time or two. But for the most part, the running game hasn't taken off for the Riverhawks. The passing game hasn't taken off. They have not strung together multiple plays. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it turns out. And the Fishermen and the Riverhawks in the locker rooms right now, still waiting to come out at halftime. And the band playing and the cheerleaders performing here at halftime. And what a game. Fishermen doing a really good job tonight and up 12-0 on the road in a non-league game. And the Dalles find themselves down after hosting a couple of wins. For the Dalles, next week, by the way, they'll be here against Philomath. And I checked that. They were at home here against Umatilla and away at Malala. So they are returning here to play at their new stadium. And once again, thanks to the local donors. I didn't get the whole list as the announcer was reading them all off to help build the Hawks Nest here. It's a pretty nice press box. We are on the roof, however, because it's more fun to be on the roof.
That's right.
For the Fishermen, up next, it is going to be a game at Malala. That game we will not bring to you on the air. That game actually comes up on the 26th. So next week, it is a bye week for the Fishermen. They get the week off, which will help. They've got a couple of injuries that I think they'd like to just have that extra time for as we head up early in the week. And then it is that game for the Fishermen against Malala on the road. We will be unable to bring you that contest, but we should be back with you to start the October run, which is all league play. Gladstone, Riverdale, then at Tillamook. Then they'll host Seaside and Scappoose, and then it's off to St. Helens for Halloween night.
Yeah, we're doing Halloween Town versus the Goonies, and we'll be there.
We'll be there. It should be a lot of fun. Don't forget to follow along. You can always catch up with the Coaches Show coming your way Fridays at 6 o'clock right here on ESPN 106.3. And don't forget to follow us along on the live broadcast as we bring you the latest in Astoria High Fighting Fishermen football and hopefully basketball and softball as well on our YouTube channel. You can follow that easily enough by liking and subscribing to the Astoria ESPN 106.3 channel. Thanks for joining us tonight. We got a second half just around the corner. The Fishermen lead the Riverhawks of the Dalles 12-0 here on ESPN 106.3.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria. Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly and the store is stocked with everything you need. All debit, EBT, and credit accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy fuel and diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
At Joe's Mobile.
Seaside Outlets. Over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Marathon season is just around the corner, so quit running errands and start running for fun with North Coast Runners in Astoria. Stop in for nutrition on the go, info on local running groups, recommendations on where to run on the North Coast, and of course, all the gear you need, including being your Lululemon destination on the coast. Whether you're in Seaside, Napa, Astoria, Warrenton, or anywhere in between, North Coast Runners supports student athletes with available discounts. Check out northcoastrunners.com for more. Lace up and don't stop.
You're listening to Astoria High School Sports on 106.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back here to Sid Wide Field. I'm Rob Coates, joined by Bob Wilkie, and we are ready for round 3 and 4. The second half coming up. Right here is the Fishermen and the Dalles, the Riverhawks, square off for a contest, a non-league contest here. Fishermen on the road and lead 12-0. And like we talked about earlier, the Fishermen have done a pretty good job on offense. A few mistakes here and there. I'd say a good solid B grade. A couple of errors here and there. A fumble and a snap that went over the quarterback's head at the end of the half to take away points, or at least an opportunity, I feel like, on 4th and 2. You know, but defensively, you got to give them a good solid A at least.
The defense playing lights out. They're
doing
a
great job. They've been doing a great job of trying to corral. Of course, the speedster Kinslow for the Dalles Riverhawks, he has not found any space, and he certainly has some speed to find the edge. We've seen a couple of instances of it, but for the most part, he's been corralled pretty well by the Fishermen defense. On offense, I do have to give a shout-out to Biros. He has been running the ball well for the Fishermen all game long out of the backfield. He has just done a tremendous job. Grinding out some tough yards. Nothing huge. He hasn't, like I said, ripped off the big 60-yarder, the big 30-yarder, the big 40-yarder, any of those kinds of things.
No, but he's been rock solid.
It's all just been punch-in-the-mouth runs.
Yep.
And they continue to punch the Dalles in the mouth.
Yep.
Up and down the field and come away with a 12-0 lead out of the half, and the teams are lined up and ready to roll, and we should be about ready to roll here in just a moment as well. Big thanks to, of course, our sponsors who bring you Astoria High Fishermen Athletics. You can thank them by finding them and thanking them when you do business with them, and let them know that you appreciate bringing you Astoria High Sports right here on ESPN 106.3. Don't forget, YouTube channel where you can also listen live, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Do that, and you'll get a notification, of course, when we go live, so you can tune in if you happen to be away from the Astoria listening area, away from ESPN 106.3. The Fishermen come out. Looks like they are set to defend the right side of the field. The Hawks will defend the left side. And another one of those reasons it would have been nice for the Fishermen to sneak one in towards the half is they're going to have to give the ball away right away to the Riverhawks. So it would have been nice to go up another 6 into the half, but instead we'll defend that 12-point lead with a kickoff. Fishermen will kick off right to left. Winterstein once again with kicking duties.
Glad to see him back in the game. He came in about the second quarter, and we missed him.
Definitely a weapon for the Fishermen on this football squad. For the Fishermen. Kickoff is off the turf, and a squib kick gets away from the Riverhawks. Fishermen have a chance at it.
They might have this, Rob.
And the officials blow the whistle, wave their arms. It was a scrum at the bottom. I think the Riverhawks had the first shot at it.
But Rube's showing.
Rube's saying the Fishermen have it. The officials are saying you don't.
Okay.
So the Riverhawks will get the ball and start with it here in the half.
It's going to mark it at the 35, it looks
Rube
like.
was pretty confident, or at least pretty hopeful, that his team did recover it.
Yeah.
Nice squib kick to start things off with, seeing if they can't surprise the Riverhawks with a unconventional kickoff and come away with a free possession, try to steal one. Rube talks a lot about that in the coaches show, about stealing possessions here and there, and sometimes with some interesting and creative kicks, you can get away with that on special teams. For the Riverhawks, they line up in shotgun, receiver to the right, 2 to the left with a man in motion. That is their speedster. They fake the handoff, go up the middle, and getting shaken and stacked up after about a 4-yard gain.
I think it's coming back, Rob.
Gets the carry for a short one, but
that's exactly what they're just indicated, holding.
A lot of laundry in the backfield, which usually does indicate holding, and we did get that indication from the officials, so they're going to hurt themselves on the first play.
Let's take it from the 35 and go to the 25. What do you think, Rob?
Well, it's a spot foul, so they might actually lose a couple extra because the holding happened in the backfield. Nope, they're going to mark it at the 25, right on the nose. So they'll need to get all the way up to the 45.
First and 20 for the Dalles.
Long ways to go on first down now. The Fishermen line up. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, and the handoff up the middle is bottled up, then shaken loose. And the running back, Cranberry, is able to sneak out for about 4, maybe 5.
Barrows on the stop for the Fishermen.
Looks like Barrows is able to get there, and it's going to be a gain of 5. Nice little run. I'd like to get more out of that when it's first and 20, but 4 yards is 4 yards, 5 yards is 5 yards. They'll take it.
You're going to need it.
They're going to credit him with 4. It's a long 4-yard gain, and the Riverhawks come out, break huddle. The Fishermen line up on defense, do a little communicating. Linebackers stay out of the gaps. Free safety walks up. Snap over the head. Cole Kelly's on a mission, and the Fishermen have him chased down in the backfield. Squirrels the other way. Now he's got some space, and can he get free? No!
Big hit coming in. Barrows.
Down. Barrows, number 6, comes out and makes I won't say a wrap-up tackle, but a collision.
Yeah, it was a brick wall is what that was.
The 2 collide, and it's going to be a loss in third and a lot longer now for the Riverhawks.
I think they're going to spot at the 22.
It looks like that's where the stick is set, so it is going to be a long one as they need to get all the way out to the 45 for the first down. Third down for the Riverhawks. The yard marker picks the stick back up and holds it up at the 45-yard line. They'll have a long ways to go. Fishermen scoop back a little bit. And timeout taken by the Fishermen. Something Rube didn't either like or wanted a different matchup. Not sure what exactly the timeout was for there, but he didn't want it to happen on third down. So with a third and a country mile to go, 3rd and 19 is what the scoreboard is showing.
Yeah, but you know what? I think their math might be flawed because I counted 23.
Either way, it is a long ways to go. The Fishermen call the timeout to talk things over, make sure they got the right play in, see if you can't force them into a longer 4th down. Make sure you got everybody in the right position. It is early in the season. Sometimes you got to just recalibrate a little bit.
That's right.
Fishermen doing a good job here tonight, like we said, on defense. And here in this first opportunity, they've done a really good job to keep the Riverhawks backed up.
Of course, Riverhawks didn't do themselves any favor with that holding.
No, the holding penalty certainly hurts, without a doubt. But they have done nothing to bail themselves out either. They've snap over the head, put him in trouble, and
I will say he did dig that out, and
he did almost.
It could have been catastrophic.
If he could have gotten around Biros on that edge, he might have found some extra space. But great collision, great tackle, and here they are with a 3rd and long, needing to get to the 45-yard line for a first down. From the 22, they'll snap the ball. Out of shotgun, quarterback looks, rolls out to his right, looks some more, gets some pressure, and throws it to Gore. Gore right into his shoulder pad, and he shakes the tackle. It's a pick 6 for Gore. Quinn Gore, the athletic senior, able to step in front of that one and do a great job as he was trying to get pushed out of bounds, give him the old slide, and was able to get his foot free and takes the pick 6 into the house for the Fishermen. 10:05 on the clock. The Fishermen strike on defense on the long 3rd down as Riverhawks go to the air. Fishermen now look at an 18-0 lead here with 10:05 in the 3rd quarter. And it looks like with Winterstein in the game, he will attempt the extra point.
We know he's good for him. See how this wind treats him.
Quality kicker for the Fishermen. And the wind actually, as I say it, there's no wood to knock on here. It's died down a little bit as we have gotten past 8:30. Flags before the snap. Riverhawks pointing at the Fishermen. And they're going to call it a false start against the Fishermen. So that'll scoot the extra point back a little bit. We'll see if they continue to kick.
The way they're moving this ball, I wouldn't be afraid to do it for 2.
They will continue to kick. Morrow is going to hold for the Fishermen. Winterstein steps back, takes the side step, lines it up, gives the nod, and snap is high but down, and a good kick. It's up and high and good.
No good.
No good. Off to the right. Wide right. It looked like it was high enough and good from this angle for a minute, but wide right indeed. So the Fishermen will miss the extra point and stay at 18-0. 3 touchdowns, no extra points for the Fishermen.
They'll take a pick 6.
But we'll take a pick 6 indeed. Gore did a great job of reading that one, stepped in front of it. He took it off the shoulder pads and took it to the house and was almost pushed out of bounds.
And I got to say, great job by, I believe that was, for Astoria, that was, sorry, let me find it here. Duria was bringing that pressure down on that QB and forced that throw.
Came out of the defensive line position and was pushing the quarterback back and made him make a decision, basically, and it was a bad one.
Yes, it was.
Threw one right into Gore's chest. Gore took it, moving the other way. Of course, it's a easy change of direction for the defense, a little harder for the offense, and Gore had nobody chasing him into the end zone. So just the one on the sideline almost tackled, but once he shook that, for sure, there was nothing there. And a good job by Gore to get it into the end zone for the Fishermen on the pick 6. 18-0 here in the 3rd quarter. The Fishermen line up to kick one off to the Dalles. Riverhawks wait for it. We'll see if the Fishermen do anything creative here, and Winterstein will send a low liner towards the sideline. It's picked up, scooped up, and the return man gets it and comes up to the 34.
Looks like he's getting about 7 yards on that return.
I think this is an effort by the Fishermen to keep the ball out of the speedster Reese Kenslow's hands as he's back there to return. And I think this is just, just a cheap way to make sure he does not get a good return on a kickoff.
Yeah. I think you're right, Rob.
I think this is kind of a defensive situation on the kickoff on special teams where, you just don't kick it to some people.
That's right.
And he's some people. Because he's got some kind of speed.
He does. We've seen it a few times.
Just under 10 minutes, the Riverhawks have the ball back. Break huddle and come out to the 39-yard line, 34-yard line. Numbers are hard. Wide receiver to the right, flanker to the left, along with two other wide receivers on the short side of the field. The handoff is up the middle. Nowhere.
They say, they might have stripped that ball there at the end.
Cates goes down after a great stop by the Astoria Fishermen.
That was close.
On the stop for the Fishermen.
That was Gibson Allen, one of the big guys for the Fishermen, getting in there and plugging up the hole at first while the linebackers and defensive end finish it off. Salisbury also in there in the middle, plugging things up, doing a great job collapsing the offensive front.
Yeah, they were having real trouble with that last week, and I'm glad to see that it is not an issue tonight.
It is rebounded, and they corrected that mistake issue. Two receivers to the right and left, and man in motion. They hand off in the backfield, and the Fishermen get some penetration to mess things up, and Morrow ball's loose. Hawks will jump back on it. Morrow gets in there, gets the tackle, and punches it out. Ball squirts back to the 28-yard line.
That'll back him up again, Rob.
And it will indeed, as, of course, it is Lucky Enzi. Hennessy with the recovery. Lucky right there, luckily to jump on it. Fill in all of your puns here.
It's not just a clever gimmick.
Number 4, Lucky there for the Riverhawks right there to jump on the ball. But a great job by Morrow to get the wrap up, the tackle. And as he came around with his second hand, he was able to punch the ball free as he was swinging the defender to the ground, or the offensive player to the ground.
Hawks going to line up.
Long 3rd and 16.
2 to the left, 1 to the right.
Quarterback's going to look to the strong side, come back the other way, and now come back off shoulder and try to hit the speedster. Pass is high, and Kinslow can't come down with it. Kinslow comes down with that and is able to regain footing. Tell you what, he turns the corner. That's a house call right there.
It sure is.
They went one way, couldn't get it. Kinslow and the quarterback decided to come the other way, and they had a good hookup as Mitchell found him, but just could not quite connect. Made him leave his feet, but I tell you what, he puts that ball down a little bit, and there wasn't a lot of Fishermen coming back this way.
No, there was just 2 in zone, and
it was a good improvised play by the Riverhawks. They just couldn't come up with it. So with 8:09, they look to punt, and they wait for a player to come in off the bench. They got everybody set for the Fishermen. It is Buros and Gore set to return, and a whistle before the snap. Official on the far side, I believe, blowing the whistle.
They're saying delay a game.
Delay a game. So that's going to scoot that punt back a little bit farther.
It's going to be 4th and 21.
Yardage at this point almost irrelevant for the first down.
Yep.
Now it just scoots the punt forward for the Fishermen another 5 yards, and they'll take that indeed, as unless this is another boomer punt, they should. The Fishermen have this ball at least close to the 50-yard line with a decent return. Riverhawks late getting another player in. Get the snap off. It's a high wobbly one. Fishermen only send 1.
Ooh, good spiral.
And a good punt. Buros has it at the 35. He cuts up, gets to the 40, down to the 44. Good punt. Good wobbly, weird punt to field. And a good job for the Fishermen. They got the ball. First and 10.
At the 43.
And the Fishermen, once again, with the ball. Under 8 minutes to go here in the third. And I hate to say, what will they do, Bob? But I have a feeling that we might at least see an experiment to see if that middle running game is still there.
Hey, if it's working, let's keep it going, right?
Fishermen send out receivers. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Morrow here close to us as the Fishermen move right to left. This time they got 3 backs in the backfield. It is a quarterback, a fullback, and a deep back. Handoff, fake, no. Shacker's going to swing it out to Gore. Gore picks up a block from Winterstein, shakes a tackle, and shakes another one, steps out of bounds, trying to cut back in. Should be a 5 or 6 yard pickup. Gore trying to cut back in and shake a tackle, does, but he does it with his heel touching the out of bounds line.
If he didn't do that, I think he would have been off to the races.
It would have been a great, interesting finish to that play had he been able to shake that tackle.
They're going to spot it at Astoria's 48.
5 yards to the first down now. Second down, Fishermen and the Dalles playing for the first time in a long time. I know this is the first time I've called the Dalles in a football game in 4 years. So
yeah, 5 for you.
5 for me, yeah. Riverhawks, Fishermen. Shacker waiting for the snap. Calls for it and fakes the handoff. Looks over the middle.
Beautiful.
Well read by the defensive back.
That's the speedster.
And Kenslow jumps in front of it. If he waited just another half a step, I tell you what, Gore had a one-on-one out there with him, and he might have been able to track down Gore and catch him.
Yeah.
But it would have been a tough battle.
Great pass, though.
Almost into trouble, but Kenslow jumped in front of it.
That's that speed they've been talking about.
100% that speed. He's got it, and he recovered quickly there. Shacker and Gore thought they had something, but
I thought they did too.
Speed kills.
Yeah.
3 score lead for the Fishermen. 3rd and 5. Receivers on either side. 2 for Shacker, and Shacker waits. He's got the snap. Looking back. Nope. He runs
saw
himself.
That pressure. He's going to take it. Look at him
got
go.
The first down all the way across the 50 up to the 45 to the 40 down to the 37, 38. We'll see where the officially marks him out down there. And
big first down.
Big first down for the Fishermen. He got back there, cocked once, reloaded, cocked again, and reloaded, tucked it, and ran.
Yeah, trouble was coming, too.
Yeah, they hurry up, go to the line, flag as the pass goes to the sideline for the first down to Winterstein, I believe, on the sideline.
It was Winterstein.
We'll see if the penalty happened before the snap or at the snap.
They haven't shown what it's going to be yet.
Does the play stand or does the play not stand? It's going to be 2nd inches if it does stand. Fishermen hurried to the line of scrimmage to run the play.
It's going to be, They're saying it's against the Riverhawks, so let's see if they decline the penalty.
Defensive or illegal substitution, potentially, I think maybe was the call. I missed what the official did with his hands to indicate the call. Don't take the catch away.
No. No, that was good.
It'll be 1st and 5 if they take the penalty. It'll be 2nd and inches if they don't.
They're backing up Astoria. And they're going to mark it forward.
So they want Astoria to back up so they can march it.
And
so
it
they
looks
will
like
march it.
March it forward, and it's going to give Astoria the first down, and it keeps on going.
So it's going to be a
15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty. So now they need the other chain gang to follow along there. There's a little confusion on that Astoria sideline with the chain gang. So that was the call, too many players on the field. So it's an after the play penalty, basically, is what it turns into. So they get the yards, plus...
That was a great call by Rude then. He knew that was happening.
And he rushed the play.
Yep.
So he saw something and took advantage of it. Fishermen now, with a little bit of time, have Shacker in the backfield. 2 receivers on either side. Looks, going down the left side. He's got his receiver and overthrows. Archer Hawkins had 3 steps on the defender and just up over his fingertips.
Inches.
Hawkins would give anything to be 6'4" right now. Just over his fingertips.
Yeah, it was a good-looking throw, too.
It was a nice throw. He laid that up, maybe just a little more touch on the ball, a little less zip. Your receiver, let him run under it, kind of thing. And
we're sitting at 24-0.
We're sitting at 24-0 indeed. And, of course, it's easy for us to nitpick from the roof of the new press box here at the Dalles. But great look by the Fishermen, and couldn't quite connect there.
Get another shot at it here. 2nd and 10.
Indeed, a great place and a great opportunity. 1st and 10 for enemy territory. Go ahead and take the shot at the end zone. They did. Didn't pan out, but let's see what they come up with here. 3 receivers now out to the left for Shacker. Linebackers coming. Get the handoff fake. Hawkins has got it. Got a couple of blocks. Fakes out the defender. Shakes down to the 5-yard line and knocked out of bounds violently.
At the 4. That was a great run.
We got a penalty in the backfield.
Oh.
Official has the ball marked at the 2-yard line. The flag is down at the 28-yard line.
They're pointing at the Riverhawks quite a bit.
I don't know if that's a roughing the passer, potentially. My eyes left Shacker after he threw. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Against the Dalles.
Against the Dalles.
Does result in a player ejection.
So somebody's going to get ejected as well. So apparently they did not like the after-play activity.
The hit, yeah.
That we did not see. I took my eyes away from it, so unfortunately I can't bring it up. So they're not going to get a lot of yardage out of this.
No, they're going to get what, 1 yard? Split the difference between?
Split the difference. Half the distance to the goal is pretty much all it's going to result in. It does result in the player being ejected, and I believe
that also gets us a first down too, but we already had it.
That might be Jaden Joins, who takes his helmet off and comes to the bench for the Riverhawks, and his night is done. I can only assume it's him as the coaches and trainers get him water, and it looks like he was the last player to come off the field. So if it's not him, my apologies. Don't want to accuse you of being the one ejected.
Taking the educated guess here tonight.
Just trying to guess on that one a little bit, but it appears that it might be him. As the Fishermen now come to the line of scrimmage.
At the 1.
At the 1, first and goal. Fishermen go to the heavy set. Gore, Hill, and Barros in the backfield. Shacker puts his head down and pushes forward.
I think he
slides off to the right. Fishermen say he was in. The
Riverhawks say he wasn't.
Riverhawks don't say so. The officials walk in, and they're not indicating touchdown as well. So maybe a few inches on the play at best. 6:40 in the game, 18-0. The Fishermen line up once again in the heavy set. Shacker under center. Riverhawks pile up the middle of the field. This time, penalty.
Yep, that'll back it up.
Shacker was able to sneak free and untouched into the end zone on the right side, but false start is going to scoot him back. And that is where the Fishermen penalties have nailed their feet to the floor in the past. Of course, they usually don't have an 18-0 lead when those penalties have hit, so hopefully they can hold on and overcome these challenges. It is going to be second and goal. Now out to the 6-yard line. Fishermen will probably abandon the heavy set at this point.
I think Gore's heading off the field at the moment, and they did a couple substitutions.
We'll see what the Fishermen decide to go with here.
You got Barros up.
Hill, they're going to stay in the heavy formation. Correction. And Shacker under center. Turns around, hands it off, and Barros dances in through the defense and goes in and squirrels his shoulders sideways to go in. What a great run by number 6 of the Fishermen. He is having a night.
He sure is.
Number 6 for
senior. 6 here.
Punches another one in and will put 24 on the board for the Fishermen. We'll see what they decide to do here for the extra point. Looks like Winterstein's going to line up to kick with Morrow to hold. Last time they got called offsides and had to redo it. Missed it. This time. Lines it up. Says okay. Snap is a little behind the holder, but good.
That's good
and
kick. And good. It's going to be Astoria 25, the Dalles 0.
Fishermen 25, the Riverhawks 0.
Here in the third quarter, the Fishermen pull a little farther ahead with under 6 minutes to go. Big thanks to all of our sponsors bringing you Astoria High Fighting Fishermen football right here on ESPN 106.3. Don't forget, you can listen while we go away or while we stay at home. If you happen to be away out of the listening area, you can find us on our YouTube channel. Listen to the audio there and pull up the live feed. Just like and subscribe and let us know you're listening. We appreciate it. And let us know where you're listening from if you happen to be out of town. Love to send a shout out to family and friends of the players out there. And thanks for tuning in. Their YouTube channel, ESPN 106.3. Make sure you log in for the Astoria one. And the Fishermen right now 25-0 on the road after the long drive to the Dalles. The Fishermen taking care of business here away from the friendly confines of CMH Field.
I think that grass is doing something for him, Rob.
You know, that is one of the things we haven't spent a lot of time talking about. This is a natural grass field, and it's one of the only ones the Fishermen really ever play on. It's a lot of these kids, I mean, I'm sure they play in Pee Wee and Junior League. I mean, they've seen grass before. I mean, let's not try to get too existential here with this, right? But as far as their high school careers go, everything pretty much in the Coapa League is
so wet.
It's turf.
Yeah.
They just choose not to deal with grass.
Got the ball up in the air, and number 1 fumble.
Mishandled it, got up to the up man. I think the Hawks got back on it. Not a lot of
number 4, sorry there.
Lucky once again.
Brackenberry on the recovery.
Luck balance is out there, I think.
1st and 10 for the Riverhawks. Once again, kind of a short pooch kick. The kickoff for the Fishermen as I think the goal here is to keep away from the speedster at number 1, Kenslow.
Yep.
But yeah, the grass field, one of the few the Fishermen get to play on, and it is a nice field here today. We talked a little bit about that earlier, and I know off mic we commented on the nice field that they have here. It is nicely set up, running track surrounding it, like most high schools. Very sharp, very good-looking field here as they play at Sid White Field. The Dalles do, the Riverhawks. And the Fishermen now come out on defense. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and a lot of wide receivers out for the Hawks as they look. Little pressure by Kelly. Kelly can't get it. The follow-up sack comes in from the Fishermen. What a great job. Jacob Silver comes in from the linebacker position. It was Colt Kelly who had him on the run. And let's just face it, Silver's faster than Kelly, and I think they'd tell you that too. And Silver came in on the change of direction and wiped out the quarterback on a great sack. Great job by the Fishermen. Ball gets pushed back to the 23. It's going to be 2nd down and all the way to Astoria for the 1st down. Riverhawks have 20 yards to go.
I got to say, this defense tonight.
The defense tonight for the Fishermen have done an absolutely phenomenal job of containing the run game and doing a great job in the passing game to put pressure on and cause some errant throws and mistakes.
He's got them rattled. They've got them rattled.
Senior quarterback can't handle it tonight as the Fishermen line up on defense, and linebackers come up, dance out of the hole, and they dance one up the middle.
Glad to see everybody up on that. That was a helmet to helmet.
There was a good shot there in the middle. I believe that was their number 6, Zach Green, with the carry.
15 for the Dalles.
Missed the number of the ball carrier there for a second, but good run. But on 2nd down, if you're the Fishermen, you know, you're not that offended by it.
No,
3rd and 15.
They got a ways to go.
You anticipate a deeper shot, and they fooled the Fishermen a little bit with a run up the middle. Fishermen did a good job of collapsing and recovering. So with 4:15 to go here in the 3rd, 3rd and 15, the Fishermen line up. Kenslow goes in motion way behind the formation. The handoff up the middle. Fishermen are able to make the tackle short of the 1st down. It's going to be a nice run, about a 10-yard run, as the running back was able to get free and break a tackle, and then
there was nobody on him on that.
Fooled the Fishermen indeed.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
It'll bring up a 4th and short for the Riverhawks now, as they've been able to rip off a few runs to get closer. It'll be a 4th and about 4 for the Riverhawks. Under 3.5 to go in the 3rd. Fishermen leading this one 25-0. Once again, go with the formation. Look for Kenslow to go in motion and around the backs. They do. And watch for the swing pass there. Nope, they hand off to the back. And Fishermen string it out. A couple of missed tackles out of bounds at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And if I was Colt Kelly, I might be upset. Missed holding call back there maybe on Colt Kelly.
I saw that was 12, Rob.
Looks like he got turned around and then kind of pulled backwards a little bit. Unnecessary, and maybe that's what the officials thought too, that it was way away from the play and just not worth the call at this point in the game. And I know sometimes the officials, you know, they don't do that on purpose, but no. Colt had no chance of making that tackle at that point.
Yeah.
The defender or the offensive player let go right away. Probably not worth it.
Yep.
3 minutes. 1st down now for the Riverhawks. Snap, handoff up the middle. This time the Fishermen bottle them up for a short gain of 2.
Maybe, yeah.
That was Brito in there on the tackle.
Benton on the stop.
Fishermen
Picks up a couple.
lining up once again on defense. Defense doing a pretty good job tonight. Other than that, letting them get that first down after that long third down.
In the 3rd and 15 to
In the
convert.
3rd and 15, the Fishermen have done a really good job on defense most of the night. Solid grade. And the Fishermen on defense, they swing one out off the turf. I don't know that that's a catch. I think that's an incomplete pass. Indeed it is. They were trying the old swing pass out to the receiver out to the left, and the quarterback bounced it off the ground. Their quarterback, Mitchell, unable to get the ball to his receiver. That's a tough one because you try to get the snap, immediately turn, and sometimes you don't get a chance to line up the laces. So as a quarterback, you end up throwing that unlaced. And, you're like, how do you not get it to that guy?
Yeah.
Well, it all happens within a second, within an instant, and you sometimes don't get to lace the ball. So that throw is a difficult throw to make. It's more difficult than you'd think it would be because of the quickness that it's asked to be completed in. So 3rd and 8 for the Riverhawks. Fishermen on defense walk the linebackers into the gaps. Kinslow goes in motion. They fake the handoff to him and go up the middle. They're trying to get up the middle, and they're not going to get there.
Nope.
As the Fishermen did a good job there. Once again, for the Fishermen, that is Colt Kelly and Hill coming in to wrap things up. So another 4th down for the Riverhawks. This one a little bit longer.
4th and 6? 4th and 7, it looks like.
Fishermen on defense would love to get a stop here and put a feather in their cap. They've done a great job all night. And just one more stop needed to wrap up the 3rd quarter. They can get the ball back and start to sit on it on this 25-0 lead. Kinslow goes in motion. He's going deep. Quarterback
Pressure
looking.
coming.
Colt Kelly's got some pressure. Another interception. Morrow steps in front of this one. He's got it at the 40.
The good
Picks up a blocker. He's at the 50, back down to the 40. Another good block and trips over the legs, I believe, of his own man.
Exactly at the 40.
And he'll fall out of bounds at the 38. I'm trying to see where the official walks up. About the 38. And
Wow.
Good job by Morrow to pick it off and return it for about 20 yards. Good job by Morrow to come up, read the play. Good takeaway from the Fishermen. Another turnover. And this game does come down to turnovers and time of possession. And that usually adds up to a pretty good ending and a 25-0 lead for the Fishermen right now. They've got the ball in enemy territory at the 38-yard line. Let's see if they continue to march.
They're winning this turnover battle, Rob. They got 4 big takeaways.
Big takeaways, including the pick 6 from Gore. Shacker looks. He's looking deep. Tucks
Pressure.
and turns, and we're going to get a hold in the backfield, I think.
I think you're right, Rob.
Shacker runs out of bounds at the 31-yard line. In the backfield, there's a penalty flag, and I'm not sure who was engaged as the players, the offensive players, kind of just let Shacker go. Not sure who was holding on that play. I'd love to have the replay on that because if it was a hold, I certainly didn't see it.
Yeah. Officials did.
The officials did, and I guess that's all that really counts.
It's going to back it up to the Riverhawks 49, I believe, 48.
Fishermen will have a little ways farther to go now as it's 1st and 20. 1:03 here in the 3rd. We'll see what the Fishermen come up with here. You'd like to get at least a big chunk on for the first down, see if you can get something on 2nd, and see where that leaves you at 3rd. Fishermen with 2 receivers on either side, 2 backs in. Shacker waits for the call. Gets the snap. Linebackers coming. Dancing through the hole, trying to get free. Nice run. And Yates carrying the ball now for the Fishermen.
Brackenberry on the stop.
Brackenberry gets the stop for the Riverhawks, and now
Picks up a chunk of that penalty yardage back. It's about 2nd and 16.
he gets about 4 yards out of that yardage back, so 16 yards to go.
40
seconds, yeah. So we'll see the Fishermen probably have one more play in the bag for the quarter before we head to the 4th quarter, where I would imagine the Fishermen would look to continue using the ball on the ground and churn up some clock.
Yeah.
Three receivers out to the right. Shacker's got his running back in the backfield with him. And the snap. And the look. They got Rashawn out on the outside swing pass. Picks up a block, gets another block. And they're going to get a really good pickup on second down to create a 3rd and short. Sawyer Rashawn gets the swing pass, and they might get another play out of this yet as he gets to the sideline and shoved out of bounds with 5.3 seconds. Left to go.
They say they're going to be about 4 yards short here. I thought he was a little closer, but
the scrum continued him. Yeah, must have stepped out.
It's going to be 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd down, isn't it?
I believe you're correct, Rob.
I'm pretty sure it's only 3rd. The crew down below wants it to be 4th. I think they forgot because of the holding. You give them the first down back. So Fishermen here with a opportunity with three receivers out to the left. Shacker waits for it, gets the call, tips it to himself, and he's going to try to run with it himself.
And he
sneak
does.
Free. Boy, he's got a close, tough run down to the 30. It'll be really close. Almost a disaster as the snap came in kind of at his face mask a little high. He was able to tip it down. And that'll do it for the third quarter. We'll see where they mark it. We'll come back to start the fourth and let you know where the Fishermen start, leading this one 25-0 here on ESPN 106.3.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
This is ESPN Radio on KKOR AM 1230 and 106.3 K2464BV, Astoria, Warrenton, Seaside. This is ESPN Radio.
Welcome back here to Sid White Field. 12 minutes on the clock. The Fishermen trying to salt away a 25-0 lead. And the Fishermen with possession of the ball and a 4th and short after the run from Shacker. He was able to get close, but not quite enough. So the Fishermen line up with Shacker under center. And he calls for the ball and gets the defensive line to jump off sides.
And that's all it takes.
And that should be a stolen first down. The officials waiting for the call. There it is, offsides. The hard count gets the Riverhawks to jump, and Shacker buys his team a 1st and 10 from the 25. Now moving left to right for the Fishermen. Wind once again settling in. It's nice, it's calm, it's comfortable. Don't even really need a jacket here tonight. It is, once again, I've got about 65 degrees and pretty clear for the most part.
Yeah.
Or as the weathermen like to say, it's 65 and dark. Two wide receivers to the right, two to the left, and Fishermen throw over to Gore, who picks up a block. Great job by Biros to get one, and I think they're going to get Biros with a bit of a hold there as his arms got outside the frame, and Gore loses some yards after the attempt to fight for more. And they're going to decline the penalty, the Riverhawks are. They're going to take the 2nd and 10 as opposed to the 1st and 20. They want the down, not the yards.
I can understand that.
I mean, it's, it's a gamble, right? One or the other. Now, defensive player talking with his coaching staff and the umpires. Are you sure that's what you want to do? There's Josh Brackenberry out there making the call. And the Fishermen wait in the huddle to see what the result of the accept or decline is. They will accept the penalty, so 1st and 20.
Holding on Astoria.
So they change their mind and take the holding penalty after all. I mean, I could understand if you held them to a short loss and you want to take 2nd and 12 and not give them the yards and the first down back. Fishermen with 2 receivers to the left. Winterstein to his right. Shacker waits with a couple of backs with him. This time he's going to hand off, and Buros is going to shake free and almost break a tackle. He's going to lunge forward and get to about the 30. Great second effort by the young running back for the Fishermen. Gets a few yards back and makes it 2nd and 15. Under 12 minutes to go. Fishermen lead this one 25-0. Defense has looked really dominant all day long for the Fishermen.
Doing a great job, yeah.
A couple of mistakes here and there, but for the most part, they've recovered and shut down drives, even after allowing a long 3rd down conversion by the Hawks. They were able to come back, get the interception, and end the drive. 5 wide receivers. Shacker looks. He looks deep. He's got Winterstein up, and in double coverage, it's knocked away.
Great job by Winterstein just to knock that loose and keep it from getting intercepted that.
A little short. Winterstein went up there kind of between 2 defenders and knocked it away to preserve the ball.
We'll live to breathe another day.
Exactly. There. Another shot by the Fishermen on 2nd long. Why not see what you can come up with and get down towards the end of the goal line? You got 10.5 minutes to go. Shacker runs in. Morrow stays out of the huddle. And now we've got a timeout. And I'm not sure. I think they're just calling this a water timeout. They're not allowing the teams to the sidelines.
It's an official timeout?
Yeah, unsure what the call was. I thought I heard timeout water, and that indicates that they don't allow the teams to the sidelines. It's just to make sure everybody's safe and hydrated. Usually not a problem at 65 degrees and dark. Shacker looks. 5 receiver set. Going to the ground to make the catch is his receiver. And in high school ball, Gore is going to corral it for a good gain of about 6, but untouched. You don't get to get up and run.
Nope. It's going to bring a big 4th down.
You don't need to be down by contact in that situation. If your knee is down in high school ball, you are down. Avoid 1 extra hit if you don't need it, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Little safety issue. Unlike the NFL, if you go to the ground on your own terms, you can get back up.
Keep on trucking.
And keep on going. In high school, they're like, that's just a good excuse for somebody to get shellacked when they don't see it coming. So we're going to take that out of the game. Safety issue at this level. 5 wide receivers out for the Fishermen, 4 to the right. And Shacker looks. He's going to roll out to his right, strong side. Look. Going deep. He's got his receiver, Gore, at the 2-yard line.
And it's good.
And complete. Way to go.
Wow, what a conversion.
On the 1-yard line. It looks like where they're going to give it to him, just ahead of the 1-yard line. 1.5 maybe. And Astoria wants the Fishermen want to get right up on the ball and get another play in. They're not going to bother to huddle. They want them to set and go.
I think Gore's getting a little jealous because Buros has been playing lights out, but so is Gore.
Gore's playing really well.
He's got that pick 6. He's just got that reception.
And Shacker gets the call. Handoff up the middle and lunging forward. Buros is in again. The Fishermen will go up one more time. Add another 6 to the scoreboard. 31-0 is where we will stand, waiting the PAT. Great job by the Fishermen to come away with that one. They wanted to hurry and get that one in. 9:21 to go. And with a 31-0 score, I don't think you can say the Fish were trying to run the score up necessarily, just trying to get one extra in. With 9 minutes to go, there's still a lot of time for the Riverhawks to do something. No lead is safe.
No.
And the kick is up.
Looks good from here.
And is good indeed. So 32 will be our score. 9:21 here in the 4th quarter. The Fishermen extending their lead with another touchdown and extra point, going up 32-0. And we haven't seen a game like this for the Fishermen in a long time, and they look pretty dominant tonight here against the Dalles. The Riverhawks came in on a 2-0 winning streak. The Fishermen came on a 0-2 skid. But, these non-league games, they can get crazy real fast.
They sure can.
You never really know what you're going to get from either team. Like we talked about earlier, the Fishermen never really coming over here to play on the grass and play the Dalles. It's been a long time if they had. And I'd
come back next week.
I do have to admit to the staff of the Dalles here, at least from my end, contacting them to try to come over here again. It's virgin territory for us to broadcast here too. So new press box for them. So a lot of new things happening, and got to give them a lot of credit. And big thanks to the entire staff I worked with to get set up for tonight's game. They did a great job of helping me out, and it's a long ways away, so what do I need to bring? What should I have? And are we going to be okay? And indeed we are, as they set us up and said, you can either come down here with us or go up to the roof. And I said, you know what? Kind of like the roof.
The roof's covered pretty nice.
It's kind of nice up here in the open air, calling a football game under comfortable 65-degree weather, light breeze skies. Fishermen kick off after the touchdown. This time a long, deep kick, and it is going to be bounced and handled off the hip. That is Clack with it. Clack holds up, gets held up, and goes down.
About the 25, 26 yard?
Looks like maybe falling forward to the 26. And we'll see if the Fishermen send in maybe a few younger guys. We'll see if Rube starts to systematically rotate in some younger players. Up 32-0 here in the fourth quarter. We'll see if the Fishermen use this opportunity to get in some younger players, get some experience in.
Seen some numbers I don't recognize.
Yeah, I've seen a few already.
There.
And, a lot of times when I was in high school, we had a coach that would do this on occasion, and instead of making wholesale changes, you just do one at a time and just get one in here, one in there. Give them a chance to get some live fire. That way, if they got questions, if they can turn on the linebacker who knows what's going on,
exactly.
They got somebody who can point them in the right direction, because the last thing you want is a whole bunch of kids out there a little unsure where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Riverhawks line up on offense, Fishermen on defense. Move the linebackers in to plug the holes. They're going to hand off up the middle. Cole Kelly there to chase him to the outside and drag him down from behind. Great job, as Cates was able to sneak free for about 7, but Cole Kelly came in off the outside, got him in the backfield, and chased him down from behind and drug him down. You're going to have a tough time running with Cole Kelly as a belt.
That's right.
Cole Kelly did a good job of wrapping up around the waist and dragging him down. Decent gain. 6-yard pickup. As the Fishermen now look to line up on defense. Riverhawks huddle up. 8:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. And they'll send out receivers and keep their quarterback in shotgun. They've got a receiver to the right, flanker on that side, and 2 receivers out to the left. Mitchell looks, sends his speedster across in motion. They hand off up the middle. Linebacker knifes in, misses the tackle, and sends him backwards. And Colt Kelly's going to drag him down at the 35. And that is going to be a good job by the Fishermen to corral that one, as Bryson Cates can't get free for the first. It'll be 3rd and short. Great job by Colt Kelly. Got bounced into the backfield, regained a little momentum, and got forward again, but Colt Kelly was able to drag him down one more time.
So we can do this all night.
7:50 to go. And they set the ball. Break huddle. Not sure why the clock is stopped on 3rd down. I don't recall a timeout being called. They wind it. There they go again. Fishermen realign. And the handoff up the middle and dancing the other way and picking up the first down. I believe that is a new back. That is Brackenberry in with the carry, picking up the first down. Nice run, nifty move in the inside. Gets past Colt Kelly that time. Colt Kelly being blocked, and he was able to dance around it, come in, pick up the first down. So Kelly will get a breather. He's going to run off to the sideline. He's been working his butt off here the last couple of plays.
Has.
So he'll need a chug of water, and wouldn't be surprised to see him come back out.
On that last play, Astoria read that perfect. Unfortunately, they had 2 missed tackles on it. They should have had him in the backfield, but you know what? That's where we're learning.
He snuck away and got that first down, so with 7:22 to go. The Riverhawks break huddle and come back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback waits in shotgun. And Mitchell calls for the ball and gets it and fakes the handoff, looks to throw outside. Ball tipped down. And it'll be an incomplete pass as they try to get the ball to Kinslow on the quick hitter to the outside and see if they can't get the speedster to shake something free. At this point, if you're the Riverhawks, you got to be trying to find a way to get the ball into his hands, although they've done that for most of the game. They've tried to find a way to get him the ball, and
unfortunately,
Fishermen,
I mean, they've
bottled it up.
Yeah, they sure have.
A little water spilled out of that bottle, but not a lot.
Nope.
They've kept him pretty contained for most of the game. 7 minutes to go, 32-0. The Fishermen find themselves ahead in this one on the road against the Riverhawks of the Dalles. Long road trip hasn't upset the Fishermen. They'll eat well on the bus home tonight if they can hold on for another 7 minutes. Snap, fake handoff. Quarterback looks and under pressure sack. Immediately.
Number 58 for Astoria.
Wow, what pressure. What a great job. Zach Remmel comes through. And absolutely blows up the quarterback. He shook off the tackle, and that quarterback turned and looked and went, "Yay, I'm done."
Good night.
Yikes! You got here fast.
Yeah, that was well played.
Coming off the defensive end position, he shook the tackle. I'm not even sure the tackle was there.
There was no tackle.
I know the tackle was there only because I could see the tackle chasing everything after the fact. But what a great play by Rimmel. He gets free, gets the sack, and turns this into a 3rd and 17 for the Riverhawks. Fishermen line up one more time. Rimmel on the defensive end side, right end, lines up again. And the call, the hand, this time Rimmel is knocked down, but running back is there, swings the other way. Going to get a few yards, but not enough.
Big hit, too.
Brackenberry picks up about 6 on the broken play, and a play that almost looked like it was going to leak out to the right and result in potentially some danger. Fishermen are able to corral the running back eventually.
And not only that, but put a hit on the running back and make him go, maybe I don't want to see that guy again.
In that initial play, Rimmel on the defensive end side, once again, almost got beat by the tackle, but he was in position, and the running back kind of ran into him and had to stop and change course. So it was a broken play, and the Riverhawks actually did a pretty good job of trying to make something out of nothing.
Agreed.
But the Fishermen did a good job of collapsing and causing a 4th and 11. 2 return man deep for the Fishermen. The Riverhawks look to punt, and punting duties handed off to London Leitz. He gets the punt up and away, a low liner.
Wow.
And spinner, and that thing will shoot into the end zone.
That kid's got a boot.
He does. He got some leg into that one. So Leitz will send that one into the end zone. He'd love for that one to stop short, but it was a low spinner, and it had a lot of heat on it, and gets into the end zone. Fishermen lead this one 32-0, 5:04 in the contest, and I would imagine that the Fishermen here will look to keep things on the ground and keep things rolling right along. See if they can grind one out. They might go to the air here and there for some outs just to pick up some extra yardage.
Riverhawks have 3 timeouts remaining.
Fishermen still with 2, so if they don't like something that they see on the field, if it's a 3rd and 2 and they don't like the play, they still got a chance to stop it themselves. They will not be using those timeouts, I'm sure, to preserve clock.
No.
And I would venture to guess that the Riverhawks at this point won't be preserving clock either, as the score's not close enough yet until we get to the end anyway.
Yep.
Receivers spread out for the Fishermen, 1 to the right, 2 to the left, 2 backs in the backfield with
new quarterback in.
New quarterback.
Number 19 for Astoria.
Handoff is up the middle and goes nowhere.
It's going to be Alex Easterwood as QB.
Easterwood, quarterback in for Astoria.
Hands that one off for a short loss. The Fishermen with the clock rolling at 4:40. Send in the play. Look for the long huddle, the delay. They're not in any hurry. They'll chew as much clock as they possibly can. Alex Easterwood, junior quarterback for the Fishermen, handling the duties. He'll take the snap, hands off to his back, finding some space in the middle, and then getting collapsed on at the 20. Be a short gain, but a good gain for the Fishermen.
Cates on the stop for the Riverhawks.
Riverhawks linebacker Cates gets in there to make the stop. And I believe running the ball for the Fishermen now is Jude Rashawn. the sophomore. Rube utilizing the opportunity to get some younger players in. Under 4 minutes to go. It is third down. Third and about 9. Long 8. Short 9 for the Fishermen. Fishermen line up. Receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Backs in the backfield. Linebackers dance up into the gap. Quarterback pitches out and getting around the edge, finding some space and running over a defender. Great job by the Fisherman. That is Jude Rashawn.
Jude Rashawn had some speed.
Yes, he did. And he met a linebacker, defensive back there after about 5 yards and fell forward.
Yeah.
Pushed forward after the hit. So good job by Jude to hang on to the ball and make some contact, initiate it, go forward with it. We'll see if the Fishermen run a play or to choose to punt here. Looks like they are going to punt against the wind as the wind is now picked up once again. And the flag flying at half staff down at the right end. Looks like it's pushing this way, so the Fisherman punter will punt into the wind a little bit. We'll see if that doesn't create a creative idea. Gore is punting. Always a threat to take off with it as well. Ball almost blocked. Short bunt, and it's going to go to the 40. Recovered and pushed out of bounds. The Hawks put a little pressure on it. Gore almost got that one blocked. Might have got tipped.
Yeah, I think he did, Rob.
Didn't come off his foot real well. Of course, he was trying to hurry like a son of a gun to get rid of it, too. 32-0. The Riverhawks take possession with 2:42 to go. They're in enemy territory. They'll start from the 30. Well, now the official's moving on. There they are, 38-yard line. For a second there, I thought the official was scooting the ball back a little bit farther, but they are not. Fishermen get their defensive set ready to go. Again, starting to substitute in some younger kids, so got to make sure you get them all on the field.
That's right.
Here the coaches up here, and we only got 10. Riverhawks on the offense, handoff in the backfield. Fisherman collapse for no gain.
Boom.
Cates doesn't go anywhere. Piling things up there is Salisbury, Miguel Salisbury, the big senior. And big senior, I mean big senior. In the middle there to plug things up, cause a mess. Clock ticks away at 2:20, 32-0. The Fishermen looking to pick up their first win of the season and rebound after an 0-2 start. They'll get a week, and then Malala on the 26th is their next opponent. For the Riverhawks, they'll rebound against Philomath, and they'll do that here in their home field, their grass field. Riverhawks line up out of shotgun. They look to roll to the left. Pitch is going to go to their speedster. No, that is their running back, Cates, who cuts back and will blow up the goose egg. Cates will cut back and get one in with 1:46 to go. And the Riverhawks put one in on the Fishermen. Late in this one against a ragtag crew of starters and substitution players. Fisherman unable to wrap him up on his way out to the sideline. The cutback is good. And Cates scores for the Riverhawks. Another instance of speed. That time the Fisherman just couldn't quite handle it.
No, he cut to the right after running up the left, and there's nobody home.
Nobody there to stop it. So the Riverhawks will go for 2. Try to cut this to the 32-8 lead. And the handoff to Cates once again, this time going nowhere.
No, we're watching you.
They bottled that up, lost about 4 or 5 yards on that one. The Fishermen did a great job of stringing that out and handling it. Winterstein out there to initiate the stop. 1:46 in the fourth quarter, 32-6. Fishermen leading in this one. And the Riverhawks will kick off to the Fishermen in just a moment. We'll see if they kick off with a traditional kickoff, or will they try to get the ball back here and cut into this again?
Onside kick.
All they got to do is get another touchdown and then 4 more, and they got a shot at this. 32-6, your score here in the Dalles at Sid White Field. The Fishermen lead this one. don't forget, coming up in a few weeks, the Fishermen will be on the road to Molalla. Once again, unfortunately, we will be unable to bring you that game here on ESPN 106.3, but we will pick up with league action coming up on the 3rd, and we'll carry all the way through October as the Fishermen have their league schedule coming up in October. Gladstone, Riverdale. Then they'll go to Tillamook. Then they'll host Seaside, Scappoose, and then off to St. Helens on the 31st, Halloween night. Fishermen line up to return. Riverhawks line up to kick off here in the fourth quarter. And it looks like it is number 5. Leitz will kick off for the Riverhawks. They look stacked up here. It looks like we're going to see an onside kick. It looks like they're lined up for it, and indeed we are. Ball is up, and the hands team knocks it out of bounds. So it'll be Fisherman ball at the 50, at the 46.
See, it's the 46, I believe.
The hands team in there, and for the Fishermen, that was Jacob Wolf trying to handle the up man there, trying to handle the onside kick. Went off his hands, but he pushed it out of bounds. So Fishermen will retain control of the ball. And for the Fishermen, they huddle up. And we'll have a minute 46 to deal with the Riverhawks before the closing bell. And here we go. Fishermen line up in the victory formation.
And they deserve it.
Shacker lines up under center, sends his man deep, his deep back, just in case. And the snap, we're waiting for it. There we go. Shacker steps back and takes the knee. At 1:40 to go here in this contest. They'll lose a few yards on this as Shacker stepped back, waited, because if you play this out right, if he knees the ball but doesn't do it in a hurry, he takes enough time off the clock. It's one of those things where we need just that one extra okay now.
Yep.
Otherwise, you end up having to 4th and seconds to do something with it. So just one of those scenarios where you just kind of lazily knee the ball 4 yards deep. And that's what happened
an extra
there.
3 seconds or whatever it is.
And the knee there is a little quicker, a little closer to the center. So with 57 seconds to go, Shacker will do it again, I'm sure. And then they won't have to necessarily run a play unless the Riverhawks call a timeout. And generally, with a 32-6 lead and a show of sportsmanship, the opposing coach doesn't typically do said such things.
Exactly. We have seen it, but
we've seen it before, but not typical. And the Fishermen knee once again. So with 26 seconds to tick away, the Riverhawks choosing not to call a timeout. It'll be 4th down for the Fishermen, but irrelevant, as that will do it here from Sid White Field. The Fishermen come away with a victory 32-6. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap things up and send you off to our next game coming up here on ESPN 106.3. Once again, the Fishermen win this one 32-6 at the Dalles on ESPN 106.3.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College. The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more.
Marathon season is just around the corner, so quit running errands and start running for fun with North Coast Runners in Astoria. Stop in for nutrition on the go, info on local running groups, recommendations on where to run on the North Coast, and of course, all the gear you need, including being your Lululemon destination on the coast. Whether you're in Seaside, Napa, Astoria, Warrenton, or anywhere in between, North Coast Runners supports student athletes with available discounts. Check out northcoastrunners.com for more. Lace up and don't stop.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891. Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
Hi, I'm Renee, contractor and owner of Lucky Duck LLC. Since 2011, we've provided Clatsop and Pacific counties with professional HVAC duct cleaning and dryer vent system cleaning. Residential and commercial customers, call me 503-717-2231.
Lucky Duct with a T, LLC. Your HVAC contractors. Clatsop and Pacific counties. Residential and commercial. Trained and professional technicians. Visit us online. Lucky Duct with a T, LLC.
You're listening to Astoria High School Sports on 106.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back here to Sid Wide Field. Rob Kovach with Bob Wilkie, and 32-6 your final here on the road. The Fishermen get on the bus and go for a long drive and get it done tonight.
They sure do, and it was a dominant performance by Astoria. Defense especially. They had a pick six. They had a lot of fumble recoveries. They've had a few interceptions, and they could do no wrong. They bottled up every single time they tried to run the ball, and they pushed the Riverhawks back on their heels almost every single set of downs.
You know, the Riverhawks have some offensive weapons. They showed a couple of them. Cates there stuck out at the end to get that 6 points, the only 6 points for the Riverhawks, and he definitely has some speed, but the Fishermen were able to bottle him up from the backfield. And their other big stud player, number 1, Kinslow, was unable to get free. He's got a lot of speed, but the Fishermen weren't able to allow him to get that first step. I should say he wasn't allowed to get to that first step, so the second step never happened, and the Fishermen just had him contained for most of the game. On the first drive, he got away with a big pass and got sneaky free a little bit there, almost broke one. Next couple of plays, he got on the outside and almost got to a spot, but Gore was able to dive at his ankles and trip him up, knock him down, and he just could never quite get going.
Totally.
And, you know, the Fishermen defense here, I mean, we're going to hand out grades. I got to say, for the Fishermen defense, it was a solid A-, maybe a couple of things here and there to clean up.
Very minimal.
But I'm only going to say that because no team is perfect.
Right, exactly. No, we're not playing poor ball.
You know, for the offense, I was going to say, you know, a really good B-plus performance. A couple of mistakes here and there down on the end zone. 4th and 2 to try to punch one in at the end of half. You snap one over your quarterback's head. Got to clean those mistakes up. Was it a killer tonight? No. Did it hurt a little bit? Maybe.
It could have been a chance in a different game.
Yeah, it could have been the difference in the game, but the Fishermen were just able to just basically keep their knee on the chest of the Riverhawks here. They just were unable to get up off the ground. They got them down, and they just kept them there.
For the first time in a long time, we saw an effective run game. Bureaus up the middle. Riverhawks had no answer.
They had
no
answer for what the Fishermen were trying to do, and some of that had to do with the motion, respecting Gore coming in on motion. You know, the jet sweeps. The Fishermen got away with a few of those where Gore snuck out for 7 or so yards.
Gore looked both on offense and defense. He played a great game,
and they had to respect that. So it left the linebackers in a bit of a lurch on who to go for. And the Fishermen took advantage of it. So a great running game tonight and a great effort, great win, 32-6. The Fishermen come away with a victory.
And they get to go and rest for a week.
Yes, they do. They are taking advantage of, because of the week 0 game. They get a bye next week, and then They are going to head to to Malala. We'll be unable to bring you that game, so we'll be back with you on October 3rd, and we'll continue the season then as they finish up all of October every Friday.
We're doing league
play, yeah. And for the Riverhawks, their next assignment will be right back here against Philomath on the 26th. So that's the way it stacks up as we look to our next week. Don't forget to follow and like us on our Facebook page. You can follow along on the ESPN YouTube channel as well. Make sure you stop over there, ESPN 106.3 Astoria. Find us, like, subscribe. You'll get a notification next time we go live, and you can follow the Fishermen there if you can't follow on ESPN 106.3.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. From Sid Whitefield, the Fishermen win this one 32-6 on the road. Thanks for tuning in tonight to ESPN 106.3.